Sounds loud.
Alrighty. Hey everybody, welcome to the Sunken World Saga. This is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play live stream. This is a kind of different game where we have 4 groups with 4 players each, 4 characters each. We have a total of 8 players, each of which with 2 characters between them. 1 adventurer and 1 knight, and this week we are back with our knights. Sunken World Saga Knights. And we return to the Knights of the Order of the Lion's Hope. And here we are. So I'm going to have the players introduce themselves. We've got Marcus first.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I play Marcus Dubrow, the Circle of the Moon Druid, who is a stout halfling.
And after Marcus, we have Marahim.
Hi, I am Ian Donovan Highland. I play Marahim, a divination wizard tiefling.
And following Marahim, we have Akka.
My name's Nathaniel, and I'm playing Akka, the half-orc monk.
And bringing up our order, we have the youngest in the group, Althea.
I am Connor Tollus, and I play Althea, the half-elf storm soul sorceress.
And our knights, to give you a brief recap, they protect and sort of deal with magical threats, arcane threats, demonic threats in the Empire of Hallandor, where they have some level of renown, but are not the esteemed group that they once were, unfortunately. They have returned to their home city of Lysaray, where the temple to Tytir, the god that sort of laid the foundation for what would become the Order, though now worship of Tytir is illegal. Lysaray was a holdout city-state before the Empire was the Empire. They have returned and immediately were sent out to deal with a threat. A group of troublemakers in these white masks with golden lines had apparently seized a temple in the city, but the Order of the Lion's Hope are forbidden from fighting, spilling blood on sacred ground. But it seemed that to sort of create a distraction from the affair at the temple, this same group had started some trouble at the Garden of Statues, a important landmark in the city of Lysaray. So our knights took off and decided to try and deal with this threat. They have just finished a large fight with a group of statues and these nefarious ne'er-do-wells with the white masks. And seemingly all of the statues outside are no longer alive, except for one statue off to the side. But you all have just defeated the statues. They have entered the statue palace, which is to your right here. A few of them ran off. And you have a little bit more time on a few effects if you decide to use those. But we are back. It's time for Dungeons & Dragons. Dungeons & Dragons o'clock.
Anybody got a health potion? No, I mean, you guys are actually looking a little worse than I am, so, maybe you guys should take it.
Nah, I don't have one.
Do we all have health potions, or no?
We bought some from that shop, but I think we only got like 2, right?
Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
3,
see any health potions in my...
Yeah. I know we bought some. I don't ever remember anyone using them, though, and I did not write it down.
Well,
maybe I wrote it down in my notes.
Definitely didn't write it down.
That means we don't have them.
Marcus is a... I mean, I remember you all buying them. I'm
Yeah.
not tracking your old stuff.
I think I wrote it down, but I didn't put it in my on my character sheet. Hold on.
So Marcus is currently a direwolf, and Akka is currently giant from his Cestus of Revolt.
Nice. While we're looking that up, Ben, I'm gonna use my combat wild shape to spend some spell slots and heal. Well, first off, maybe I won't do that. Does it look like I can get through the temple door as a direwolf?
You would be able to squeeze through, both you and Akka. It's just that both of you would have to go one at a time. Whereas if you all were all medium-sized creatures, you could go in
Sure.
at a time.
Yeah. Right. And have we been inside this temple before?
That would be up to you all. I think it's likely that Merahim has.
Yeah, for sure.
Althea, you probably came here as a kid. It's kind of like a it's like a museum for statues, where they're sort of better made, more diverse subjects inside, not just these sort of stock figures and a few historical ones that are in the garden.
It's like the wax museum, right?
No. I mean, it's not. You're not far off, but
Well, so I guess I'm kind of metagaming here, Ben, but like I'm trying to figure out.
if you want to keep your wild shape up, you can go inside, and you
Okay.
would be able to, with some difficulty. It would take
Sure. Yeah.
some difficulty to get through the doors inside.
Okay.
At
So
least
if
the
that's the
first
case,
couple.
yeah, I'm going to use the combat wild shape. I'm going to spend one. So this will be 2 bonus actions, but 1 level 1 spell slot and 1 level 2 spell slot to heal. So
Okay.
that's
So-
3d8,
Noise.
and that I'm done. Sorry, Connor.
I did find in my notes. I'm pretty sure that we all bought 1 health potion each, because I know we bought more than 1, but I only wrote down 1 for myself. But then I also got a potion of tongues, so I think I might have stolen that one though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do not. I am sorry because of the nature of this campaign. It's been a while, but I do not have a record
Yeah.
of what potions you have. So let's just say, for the sake of keeping some flow, you all have one.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
gonna drink mine.
Sure. That's 2d4 plus 2. Anybody else doing anything?
Hey, okay. Now hit
Um,
points back. Cool.
I guess that by now it seems like too much time has passed, right? Like the statues are all the way inside.
The ones that turned around mid-fight, they managed to get inside.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to this statue and examine it.
Yeah, sure. It has a small plaque to the side. The statue is holding one pose. The name is Agilhaz.
Agilhaz.
And it says, Chief of the Chatri people. And you can make a history check to see how much you know about this figure.
While he's thinking, I'm going to be pulling on his does he wear like robes, Ian? Miriam?
I
Yeah.
think he's got like a blazer, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm like basically wearing like an English professor's. Like when you think of an English,
Oh yeah, like tweed.
Except like a robe
tweed.
version of it a little bit.
it's like a tweed vest outfit with that's just a little bit maybe like longer than it.
Yeah, you got those wizard
Sure.
sleeves.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm currently, I guess, ruining that.
Yeah, you're tugging on
beautiful
it.
description with just like slobber coming out of my mouth onto you, and I'm like doing like a kind of a high pitched dog whine, and I'm pulling you towards the temple.
Yeah. So you start to pull him that way. But what you do know of Agilhaz and the Chatri people, so this is a figure from the only time that Hallandor tried to invade the south. They were going to go through the Udhara Desert, just traveling legions one at a time through the road, because to go off of the road is to basically die of thirst. And Agilhas was a 14-year-old boy whose parents had been executed in front of him by a raiding party from Mana. But upon finding out that Hallandor was trying to invade his southern neighbors, he led his father's tribe in basically guerrilla warfare, coming out of the desert, attacking the Legion, who really could not maneuver, do any moves, and he fought off 3 legions that way before Hallandor pulled back.
Interesting. I'm just going to say to the statue.
Oh, no.
What?
I made a mistake on my computer.
Oh, okay. I don't have to say anything to the statue. No, I say to the statue, if you would like to join us, by all means, we're going to be heading inside and finishing this. Cool.
He can only move 20 feet a turn. So you all can go in. He will not be with you when you enter. So I just need the entrance order. What order are you all in when you enter?
Does this statue have any healing potions in its pockets?
He does not, unfortunately.
Uh-oh.
I just need to know...
I think I'll go first.
Okay. Marcus first?
Should we have, a big boy in the front and a big boy in the back, and then, me and Marion,
Sure.
kind of squished in the middle?
Sure, I'll try and hold anything back that comes behind us.
Oof, you're doing bad, huh?
I drank my potion, but it's not much.
Thinking about it now, I probably should have given you mine. Sorry.
The doors to the statue palace are these sort of thick, dark iron, but with bits of, amber across them in sort of small designs. You see they are probably representations of some of the statues you can see inside. You see griffins, soldiers, knights, a chimera, a few other things.
Do you guys think we're going to have to fight those?
You push the door open, Wolf Marcus, and you step inside to the only part that is still sort of a garden, a small grassy area, and you see those 2 statues that came inside before, and a chimera statue that is moving, and when it looks your way, it begins to move towards you. I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Has it been more than a minute?
It's been just under a minute.
So I still have my stone hand.
You would still have your stone hand, so that could be following you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was definitely coming with me then.
All right.
Oh no, guys, we're on the grassy knoll.
19. Oh no.
There's only
14.
one. I don't believe in the second chimera theory.
Just getting up.
Yeah, no worries.
Selected it, all that. There we go. Wow.
Okay. So we are going to keep these initiative orders this whole dungeon.
Well, I am not upset about
Yeah.
that turn of
Right.
events.
Might not have done that if they were lower. Okay, so first up it is Marcus and Akka, can you all roll initiative one more time? Just to see who's the first one between the two of you.
Sure. Oh, that's the wrong thing. 5. I guess.
Akka, you are up first. You might still be muted.
Are these other 2 statues moving to us? Or
Yeah.
have they moved at all?
You recognize, because you were right next to them, those are the statues that turned and walked inside.
And they were fighting us, right?
They were.
Okay, I'm gonna come here and do an attack action on this one. I'm gonna just start rocking that stone head of it.
Sure.
15 hit.
15 does not hit.
Oh, I'm guessing a natural 1 doesn't either.
Natural
no.
1 does not hit either. All right. Is that your turn?
No, I have a bonus action. I will use it to. To grapple. Since I use martial arts, I can use grapple with my bonus action thanks to the tavern fighter feat. So I'm gonna try and grab it. 11.
Okay.
Oh wait, I have an advantage from being large, so I'm gonna roll again. 17 is the actual.
Okay. Yeah, you have this statue grappled.
Okay.
And is that your turn?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay, then Wolfus, it is your turn, and I'm just using
Great.
this token for now.
Yeah, that's fine. Would it be difficult terrain to move through this fountain?
It would, just
Okay,
so I
that's
could step over it and stuff.
Yeah, I can still make it to here. That's like 35 feet of movement.
Yeah, so you are in front of this chimera. It's like slightly larger than a normal lion size, with these great big like bull horns sort of jutting out, and it has like talons instead of feet, and a big scorpion tail.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And I guess I'm looking back and forth between the two creatures, and I'm going to. And sorry, what's this statue of again?
It is a statue of like a Hallandor legionnaire from.
A legionnaire. Oh, okay, I see now. Yeah. Okay. And it's just seeing that he's a little bit smaller. I'm gonna reach over to the legionnaire and try to bite him and bring him to the ground. So. That's a 7 to hit. Ben, you called it. We are going to roll poorly.
Yeah, you all are rolling the same way as last session. Okay. Is that
That's
your
my turn.
only attack? Okay. You're about the same size as the Chimera statue. You feel like
Okay.
it's probably not to scale.
Sure.
Next up, Marahim, it is your turn.
Okay. Can I get like a token or something for my hand, just so that I know where that is?
I do not have a hand, but I do believe I have a hand statue that I've seen before.
It just anything.
it.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm going to give you control.
Okay, cool.
Oh, that is perfect.
That's actually like ideal. So I'm gonna have this guy go here. Is he grappled? You said?
No, this one is grappled.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to use my action to try and grab that guy. So it needs to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. That is a big old 6.
Okay, it did fail, which is good. That means I roll 2d6,
2d6.
which comes to 7 bludgeoning damage, and it's restrained.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so that's going to be my action. I don't need to do anything for my bonus action, so I'm just going to hang back. And I think I'm going to, like... Wait, his left side. So I think that he's just going to, like, reach out and, like, hold Althea back and be like, stay beside me this time. These, you got pretty roughed up before. I don't want to see you get hurt anymore. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Next up, it is Althea. It's your turn.
I'm going to say, you got Uncle Marahim, and I'm going to just cast Ray of Frost.
Well, that you have advantage on both, so.
I'm just going to go with this one.
Sure. So roll with
So
advantage.
Okay, advantage. Ray of Frost. Oh, it's a 24.
24 hits.
And that is going to be 2 points of gold. Wait. I think I'm...
Yeah, you
My
need to
Ray
roll
of
another
Frost.
d8.
Oh, yep. Yep. 3 points of gold damage!
Hey, that's 3 less health than he started with. So this one is
Wow.
going to attempt to break your grapple. So can you make an athletics check, Aka?
Yeah.
because it is the statue turn. Okay. He got a 10. Okay, yeah, you keep him. He, like, starts to move you, and he just doesn't tap circle fast enough, so you keep him in. Other one is going to just do the same against your hand, Merahim. Just try and wedge that hand away. He got a natural 1.
Oh.
Okay, everybody's rolling poorly tonight. And he is still inside of his little hand.
Yep.
Should I have used my bonus action to expend 3 sorcery points and get a 2nd level spell slot back?
I think that I cut you off without asking, and I had asked almost everybody else, so yes, you can go ahead and have done that. Okay, now it is the Chimera's turn. It sort of like leans down, and it seems like it's trying to growl, but it is incapable of making noise, as it doesn't have a voice box. And then it is going to bite at you, Marcus, which is a 12 to hit. Don't believe that hits.
Does not hit.
Then it is going to, after trying to bite you and it's sort of just snapping at air, it is going to try and turn and sort of gore you at your wolf stomach with its big horn. And what is that? That is a 9.
9 also doesn't hit.
And then it is just going to lift its arm, and it is going to try and rake at you with that talon.
Jeez.
That one is an 18 to hit.
Yep, that one hits.
Okay, you take 11 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then it's sort of seeming like it's still trying to growl. It comes right here. And then we go back to the top of the order with Akka. It's your turn. You've got this guy restrained.
Okay, I'm gonna start trying to smash it with my fist. 11 does not hit.
You have advantage because he's grappled.
Okay, well, 13 does not hit.
13 doesn't hit.
Nice.
25 hit.
25 hits, yeah.
And remember, I have it set to lightning damage.
Sure.
So it's 5 bludgeoning and 4 lightning damage as I backhand it with one of my cestus while holding onto its shoulder with my other hand. And as my hand goes wide, there's like a little streak of electricity that connects its face in my hand. And then I will...
Don't forget the D4.
Oh yeah,
yes,
you're still giant for a few more seconds.
That's 3 more bludgeoning.
Okay. Another 3?
And then I will attempt an unarmed strike against it. I think I'm going to try and headbutt it.
Okay. Yeah, 17 hits.
Work. Okay. That does a total of 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I smash down and break off the nose of the...
Yeah, and enough
statue.
of this statue has been pummeled into marble dust that it is now considered bloodied.
You look dusty.
They're
not, Sunny.
And I guess I will... I'm going to stay where I am, actually.
Okay. Next up, it is, well, is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, next up, it is, Wolf Marcus.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna keep like tracking this stone chimera as it moves, and I think I'm gonna focus on it now. And I will. I think I'm gonna take the dodge action actually,
Oh.
Okay.
and that's my turn.
Okay. Then next up, Merahim, it is your turn. You still have this guy restrained. I'm going to say that after this round, the next round is the last round of both Akka being big and your hand.
Okay. I get advantage on attack rolls, right? Against a restrained target?
Yes.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to cast Ray of Frost
Okay.
on the one that I'm holding with my hand.
Sure.
because that actually does more damage. Nat 20.
Nat
yeah.
20. Okay.
Nice.
So that is 18 damage. Yeah, you freeze it, and the force of your hand touching it, like your hand trying to just keep it in place, like, anything when it gets cold is a little more easy to just snap. And so a lot of that statue just crumbles away, and it looks like it is barely standing.
Okay. Oh, so it's still up. Okay, cool. Its movement is also reduced by 10 in case it gets out. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to move into the corner onto the flowers.
Okay, yeah, you go over there. You can step around the flowers or step on them. Which do you do?
Merahim is a huge lover of beauty, so he is stepping in front of the flowers as if to protect them.
All right, gotcha. Next, if that's your turn.
That would be my turn.
Okay, next up we come to Althea.
Althea is going to follow Uncle Merahim's lead and is going to Ray of Frost that dusty bitch.
Which
For
dusty
21.
bitch?
The one that Uncle Merahim hit.
Okay, cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
She makes a finger gun and points at him and says, "You look dusty. Your hairline's uneven. You ain't cute." Pew! 7 cold damage.
Yeah, you
Someone
do
says, "Pew!"
7
Yeah.
cold damage, and just more of it just crumbles away, and it is gone. Gone to dust.
Between this and Fontaine, Althea's been pretty catty lately, I think.
Yeah, and like the statue might have had a bad haircut when it posed for the sculptor, the real life guy. Is that Althea's turn?
Yeah, I don't have any bonus actions that I can do. Yeah, that's it. Actually, that's all she's gonna do.
Okay. The next up, this guy is gonna try to get out from under you again. Okay.
Okay.
No. Probably not. Can you make an athletics check?
Oh, it did.
Yeah, he just manages to slip away.
Whoa!
And
Wow.
Pods, roll your dice better, dude. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna start punching my computer every time it rolls like that.
and he sort of shoves himself to back here, so you get an attack of opportunity on him.
Okay. Can I make it with the cestus, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they function as like a...
Oh,
Monk
wait, that's
weapon and a
not
punch.
supposed to be advantaged.
Okay, but the
I guess
25 hits.
25 is the first one. Yeah, I'll roll it. And the enlarged damage. So that's 6 bludgeoning and 6 lightning damage.
Yeah, as he sort of shoves himself away, the sort of crunching, sliding stone sound that they make when they move, you just reach out and punch like right through like where the collarbone meets the neck, and it just crumbles around your fist as lightning shoots up and down your arm, and it falls to a pile of dust. Okay, and next up it is the Chimera's turn. The Chimera is going to get right here and is going to inhale. And it's going to breathe fire on you, Marcus. So you've taken the dodge action. So I'm going to give you advantage on the dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
And you may go ahead and make that to see if you avoid the fire.
Oh, I need to make... sorry, I had the wrong sheet up. Advantage... 18.
Okay, so you succeed.
Oh my god. That was a lot of damage.
Taking... What's 39 divided by 2?
39 divided by 2.
It's 20.
38.
It's 20.
No, it's this 38. So you take 19 points of fire damage.
19, okay. That was very generous of you, Ben.
Yeah, no, you take 19. I mean, I round down for everybody.
Okay.
I round down for you all. And then it is going to turn and make its way over to Akka.
I'll
Yes,
take
get
an
an attack of
yeah,
opportunity.
I'll take an attack of opportunity.
Sure.
Oh, that shouldn't have been an advantage. It's 13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
Oh, okay.
And it gets right in front of you, Akka. And it is going to, as it stops, it is going to lift its head and try and pierce you with that statue horn.
Okay.
That's a natural 2, so that won't hit. And then it is going to lift that talon and try and scratch you across the chest. That is a 14. Don't believe that hits.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Then we go back to the top of the order with Akka. This is your last turn enlarged.
Okay. In that case, I will double attack here.
Sure.
15. Does that hit?
15 does hit. Does hit. Yes.
Oh, okay. So the first one will do 9 bludgeoning and 4 lightning. And the second one is an 18, so it hits. And it does 10 bludgeoning and 2 lightning.
Yep, so that's another 12.
And I'll use my bonus action to grapple it, or
Sure.
attempt to. So I'm guessing we both roll at advantage for being large?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. That's a natural 20, 27.
All right. Yeah, you managed to get like around one of its like legs and around its sort of like a bit of its back, and you feel like you have a good enough grip that you will be able to still have advantage when you shrink, which will happen at the start of your next turn.
Okay. I'm gonna use my movement, and is this a pool of water? What is this, like
Yeah.
a fountain?
It's like a little. It seems like it has a source at the bottom that sort of bubbles water up, and then it dips out towards the edge. Like it's like a fountain. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up 2 spaces. 1, 2, dragging it up the same 2 spaces.
Sure. You sort of drag it into the water.
Trying to get it into the water some,
Sure.
just in case.
It looks roughed up at this point.
And I'll end my turn.
Okay. Next up, Marcus Wolfus. It's your turn.
All right, I'm going to run behind it
Yep.
on all fours, and it takes twice as much movement, but I still have enough movement. And now that Akka is in within 5 feet of him, I'm going to wait. But he's grappled, right? So
Yes.
I probably can't knock him prone when he's grappled, but I still will make my bite attack with advantage.
Yeah, and we'll do a +1 too. So 21 hits.
Okay.
So that's 9
stuck by
damage. Oh, no,
9
that's
piercing damage.
something very different.
Oh well, it's still 9.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes that 9 damage. It kind of like seems like it roars sort of in your face, Akka, but it doesn't make any noise.
And it's piercing damage, if that matters.
Okay. No.
Okay.
And is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Then next up, it is Marahim. It's your turn. Your hand. This is its last turn. If you're gonna use it.
Yeah,
for
I
anything.
don't think I'm gonna be able to do much with it. So, this guy here, right? He's grappled, you said?
He is grappled.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna actually move behind my stone hand because that'll. It does it end at the end of this current turn, or at the end of the round? Does it go away?
It'll be the end of the round. So like at the beginning of your next turn, it poofs.
Okay. So I'm gonna stand behind my hand because it's a medium creature, and I guess maybe it gives me a little bit of cover, just in case it decides to breathe fire again. But I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost on this guy.
Okay. Ray of Frost, 16 and a 22 both hit. So that is 5 cold damage. It seems like you sort of get it towards one of the legs, so its movement is reduced. Is there
It
anything
just
else?
like the ice, the water around that foot just like hardens into ice around it.
Yeah, I like that. So it's like stuck in the water, and it can probably like tear that up if it's gonna move, but it would take some of its time to do that.
Yeah. So yeah, I basically that's all I can do at the moment. I'm not a bonus action character, so someone else finish this thing.
Next up, Althea.
So does Marcus have like a paw in the pool?
Yeah, I'm sure I do.
You could have it up on the little.
It's a swirling melee, so I'm not necessarily in it, but yeah.
All right, cool. Would I have a sense that if water is a pretty good conductor of electricity, if I were to breathe lightning into this water, would it do extra damage to this thing?
So water does conduct electricity. Other things don't.
Like stone.
But he's like in it.
So is Marcus, by the way, though.
He's kind of in it. He wouldn't be necessarily hurt unless you did poorly on the roll. Maybe. But I don't think if Marble gets hit by lightning, I don't know if it gets.
Oh, darn, okay. Then I'll just.
It's a good call. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be fair.
I'm gonna move here because I think I have 30 feet of movement. Yes, I do. And I'm just gonna Ray of Frost his mangy butt.
Sure.
It's an advantage still, right?
Yeah. Still be advantage.
It's a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Ooh!
Max damage.
I think.
Nice. Yeah, definitely max damage.
And you can tell that you like chip off a portion of its back, and actually, Akka, your arm like perfectly goes into the new groove created by that amount of statue being taken off.
Oh, that's such an anime moment.
It's letting me tuck my arm in like we're dancing. I've always liked the large silent types.
And you now notice that enough of it has been chipped away that this Chimera is considered bloodied. But now it is its turn. It gets something back, and it looks up at you, and for a moment you think it's about to roar silently again, but instead, from its statue mouth in your face, Akka, comes a big cone of orange flame. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Ooh.
That is an 8.
Okay.
Potts, I thought you said you were going to punch your computer.
I mean, 8's not that bad of a roll. It was a 5.
All right. You take 21 points of fire damage.
Okay. Akka passes out.
Oh, shit.
Oh no!
Akka slips back, unconscious. The Chimera, no longer grappled, is going to wheel about, and as it goes, it tries to gore this wolf that's given it trouble with its horn.
And I can't
It can breathe
change
fire?
the size of my token if you can set it back to normal.
Yeah, it breathed fire on Marcus.
And no, it can breathe fire and gore?
Yeah,
Jesus.
this is a tough monster.
Oof.
And
Telling us.
it does a 23 to hit you, Wolf Marcus.
Yup.
You take minimum damage, so you take 6 piercing damage.
Okay. And I transform back into Marcus.
Uh-oh.
And then it is going to tear at the ice, but it only gets to here, seemingly going for Althea.
I'm going to whack it with my attack of opportunity.
Sure.
In the bum. The good too. All right. So with my quarterstaff, I'm just gonna smack
16
it.
hits.
And it's only with one hand that I'm hitting with. So that's 5 bludgeoning.
Sure. Yeah, you do 5 points of bludgeoning damage to it. I'm gonna get right there.
You don't hurt my. I can't. I don't have his voice. Hold on. I don't know. I'll have to work on his voice.
Go watch Flight of the Conchords.
Yeah.
And get back to us. Well, next up in the order, Aka. I need you to make a death saving throw, please.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right.
That is a failure.
Oh god.
All right. Marcus, you're up next.
All right, that wasn't enough time to figure out his accent, but I'm going to. Yeah. I just have to say the word yes over it. Yes. Yes. Hello. Yes.
East.
Yes.
Familiar?
Marcus? Yeah. So I'm going to. I guess I'm just gonna turn back into a direwolf.
All right.
Our only healer.
Well, yeah, and I guess no, because it costs a bonus action to do it. Well, I can choose to do it as a regular action.
Can you?
I think so. It's typically a regular action, and it's you gain the ability to use wild shape as a bonus action rather than an action.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, then that one's fine. I thought you meant healing word.
No. So yeah, I'll use healing word as a bonus action on Aka, and I will then with my regular action shift once again into.
I caught you, Rem. Stop sniffing
Marcus.
around me.
Yeah. Aka calls me Rem sometimes.
Only when you're in dog form.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's my turn. So,
Yeah.
I'm a wolf
Okay.
again.
You become a wolf again, and you can put yourself as long as you're touching this square, you can decide where you wolf out into. Because Marcus is about to play basketball.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, it's Marahim.
Okay. I'm going to look at some of the chunks that are off, chunks of the stone creature that are off over there. Look right there, and I'm going to do this little shape of a catapult through the air with an arcane glowing runes glow, and I just hurl a piece of the Manicore right back at its face.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna give you inspiration on that. So there'll be advantage or disadvantage for it. I don't know what catapult's gonna do.
It's a dex saving throw.
Okay, so I'm gonna give it disadvantage because that's cool because you're kicking its ass with itself.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's your DC?
That's a good question. I think it's 16.
16. Yeah, it does not succeed.
Excellent. Okay, so that's going to be 3d8 bludgeoning. Just do some actual damage, please. There we go. That's something.
Yeah, you do a significant chunk of change to it.
Yeah. So it just crumbles. That piece of stone crumbles away.
And it right in front of you, Althea, you watch it sort of buckle under the weight. And
I go, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
And Althea, what do you do on your turn? The alien queen is right in front of you.
I'm gonna look at Marahim and give him a thumbs up. Good thought. And then I'm going to. All my stuff is going to be at disadvantage. So I guess I'm just. Would I have advantage if I just use my staff, which is my arcane focus, just as a bludgeoning weapon?
Yeah, that would just be a quarterstaff.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You wouldn't have disadvantage because you're right next to it, so that would be
Okay.
fine. So just a d20 plus strength plus your proficiency.
Man, okay. So my staff to hit is a +5, so it's gonna be a d20 +5. Oh, are you kidding me? A 14.
14 hits.
Uh,
Oh, it died?
oh,
So it
Ah,
doesn't have any
sweet.
armor. It's just a big
pile
old
of
lion.
rocks.
When I did that two-hand, I would have all things breaking loose. Just two hands bringing that down.
Sure.
So it's a D8 +2 for 8
All right.
points of bludgeoning.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look good for a friend of the Chimera. Now it is your turn.
Shit, that
Or,
was
sorry, that was your turn. Sorry, is that your turn? Was that your turn?
Yeah, that's because I can't.
Sure.
Yeah,
The Chimera gets something back
no.
and turns around and
Oh,
exhales a great breath of fire onto this wolf. Marcus, can you please make a dexterity saving throw as the wolf?
I can. It's 12.
Okay. That is a failure, but you are in water, so you're going to take 1 less d8 of fire damage, which is great. You take 29 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And then it is going to turn back around, and it is going to try and catch you on the point of its horn. Althea. That is a natural 3. So then that just misses, and it is going to then, on the backswing, sort of raise one of those talons and try and strike at your stomach. That is a 14 to hit.
that misses.
Okay, then it does that, and it is all done.
Thank God for mage armor.
Thank you, Storm Mantle.
Next up, Aka. It's your turn. You just woke up.
Okay.
You are prone.
All right, I would use half of my movement to stand up, and I'm going to say, "Ugh, you got the breath of a Zeshan whore," and I'm going to run at its butt and do the good old fashioned. So that's 10 feet of movement, and this would be
20.
20. Is that adjacent to it? I can't tell.
You are, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Okay. And I'm going to punch it in the butt.
Yeah.
Just like Marcus would do.
I'd say you have advantage.
Okay.
The lion's hip hasn't moved past the anal stage of development yet. That's why.
Okay, nat 20 with the Cestus of Revolt.
Okay. And
Nice.
I'm going to roll it. I'm going to see, because I tried to change it so that it would automatically add the orc thing.
Yeah, brutal critical.
Savage tax, but we'll
Oh,
see.
savage, yeah. Alright, so that is
It did not.
6 plus 3 plus 4, so 6 plus 7, 13, and then your extra critical. It looks like it is on the ropes before you roll that extra dice.
Wait, that's one. What's the lightning damage? That's a D6 as well. Okay. So I'm just going to roll 2D6 here.
Yeah, sure.
So
And
that's 2 bludgeoning and 2 lightning.
you just perfectly smash through. You feel like you are about to stop sort of at the edge. It's kind of like you're punching through
I'm going to
bricks.
reach in and I'm going to pull out its stone colon.
All right, you tear out its stone colon.
I see what its problem was. It had really bad gallstones.
You all have finished the fight in this room for the moment, it seems. You
I'm
hear
just
this
gonna-
sliding stone.
Lay down here.
Yeah. When you do, a little bit of the water gets into your mouth. Can you roll 3d6?
Oh no, I'm going to drown.
No.
12.
Okay, you gain back 12 points of HP,
Whew.
Oh,
and you gain 1 point of ki.
Healing pod.
guys, this
It's good water.
is a really nice fountain.
Oh, now you show up.
I'm gonna start lapping it up, and it's very messy when I'm lapping it up. It's like splashing onto Akka. And,
I'm just here rubbing it into my nipples and all of my scars.
Ew.
All right,
Oh my
The water,
God.
not the spit specifically.
Wolf Marcus, you roll 3d6 as well. Anybody
Okay.
who chooses to drink can roll 3d6.
I'm good on hit points, but would I
Just
regain
drink my
spell
bath water.
slot?
Come on.
Yes, so everybody but Akka gets a spell slot back.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm gonna take a sip. I'm going to take a teacup out of my backpack and just kind of scoop a little bit of water into it and cast Prestidigitation to heat up the water a little bit and sip it like it's tea.
Okay. Gosh, Connor, you do not have the best track record with healing rolls.
I know. But luckily, that got me where I needed to be. I'm full health now.
Yeah.
It was one over what I needed. So, do we get to pick what level spell slot we get back?
A first level spell slot.
It's what?
First level.
First level. Okay.
sorry, Ben, was that the case for me too?
Yes.
Okay.
And then from there, you see this room, this door has a sign on it that says the Room of Emerald, and this door has the Room of Sky on it. And your friend, the statue of Agilhaz, is just sitting between them. He is a really good. There's like really good statue work. He looks very young, and he has these sort of folded clothes that you can see are like multi-layered to sort of pack in sweat. And his bow is it's like a short bow, but it's the size of a long bow. That part is probably inaccurate.
When Merahim was standing in front of me, did he look like he might potentially be a little off balance?
Me?
Merahim?
Yeah.
Sure.
Althea's gonna walk past him and just, jokingly give him a little hip check. See if he falls in.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check, Merahim.
Oh.
Okay, you fall into the pond and you're wet.
Gotta be quicker on your feet, Uncle Man. I'm just gonna walk
There's a
I'm
big
really
splash.
considering casting Hellish Rebuke.
For a moment, you're next to Akka in this shallow little pond. But
No splashing.
so there's the Room of Emerald and the Room of Sky beyond here. The walls have sort of very simple paintings up. It's almost like they showcase amateur paintings here.
I cast Prestidigitation on myself until I'm dry,
Sure.
and then I cast Prestidigitation on Althea to make her smell. Where should we go? Should we go to the Emerald Room or the Sky Room?
I'm trying to open the door with my my maw.
Oh,
For the
wait,
Emerald
actually,
Room.
I've been here, I assume it's a museum, so I've been here a lot. I would know what's in the Sky versus the Elder Room, right?
Yeah, the Emerald Room has a pair of carved out of emerald small dragons, while the Sky Room has very large statues of griffins.
So, the Emerald
What's in
Room...
here? And I
Oh, wait.
peek through the doorway.
That one has very large griffin statues, whereas the Emerald Room has dragon statues. So can I do like a nature check or something to figure out which of those is worse?
The dragons are much smaller dragons than the
Okay, so-
griffins. They looked like. You know what? Make a nature check. You were correct. You
I
do
think
need
the
to
real
make a nature
question
check.
is, do stone flying creatures still fly?
That's
Those
a very good question.
those dragons and those griffins looked like very fearsome statues, both of them.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I would know that whether or not stone creatures can fly?
Make an Arcana check at disadvantage, because this
Sorry,
is a
didn't-
type of magic you're very
Even though
unfamiliar
most of my magic, like combat spells, are earth based, are like stone based.
Okay, that's a very good point. Yeah, make a Arcana check with advantage, I'll say. Because, actually, you know what? There's another reason that you have advantage. So 23. This seems to be magic associated with somebody who's touched by spirits,
Oh,
which you know a little bit about, even though you, to my knowledge, have not used luck on stream.
I keep on forgetting that I have it.
But it seems like this is likely some type of earth stone spirit, something connected to that. And you have actually read that wizards who are descended from earth spirits can empower a statue to act like it would were it alive.
Okay.
That's
Well,
probably why the
either way-
Chimera could breathe fire, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay. Either way, Akka, both of these creatures should be able to fly. I believe it's an earth stone spirit that's empowering them. Probably something that's being manipulated by the masked men. So,
So we just come back the way we came and say it's over?
I mean, we could do that if that's.
I mean, I
Are you
can't
suggesting we
fly,
leave?
so I don't know what we can do about it.
Marahim,
Mm-hmm.
you remember that the dragons in this room, the small dragons, were like Shuhan dragons, like the type of dragons that were found in Shuhan in antiquity. They did not have wings, so
Oh,
who
well,
knows whether they can fly or not.
these dragons are Shuhan dragons. They're serpentine and they're more difficult on the ground, but they're not flyers.
Oh, so they're like snakes. I'll wrestle a snake.
All right, let's go wrestle a snake. Huzzah!
And at that point, Wolf Marcus manages to open the door.
While everyone was like healing up and stuff, can I look in my bag at my little Ruby boy?
Yeah, he's in there. He's.
What's he look like?
It is a lot bigger. He looks like
It
he
is
is
a lot.
about the size of like a mouse now, as opposed to like a teardrop.
Does he have like arms or anything? Does it look like he has like a face?
He does not have a face. He does have a pair of arms that look like they look kind of like Popeye the Sailor Man arms. Like they're very meaty down to the bottom.
Can I give him a little scritch?
You do. He seems not to know how to respond.
I say, oh, just be safe in here. Yeah, we'll figure out what you are later.
And Marcus opens the door. Wait, I was doing a hide area, not reveal area. Marcus opens the door. And you can see that there are a pair of statue warriors, as you fought before. And then there are two, what look like, now that you're seeing them with fresh eyes, oh, those are like wormlings. Those are like baby dragons.
Okay.
And then there's one of the masked figures holding a long bow. And we have the same initiative order. So, hey, Akka, you're up first.
Oh, gung-ho, I guess. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll go here. And I'm going to attack this one down below me.
Yeah. You notice that these ones have slightly less antique armor on their bodies.
I'm going to punch it.
Yeah.
Does a 16 hit?
It does hit.
All right, so that's going to do 10 bludgeoning and 3 lightning damage.
Okay. Yeah, you feel like you're really getting into it. Like you're
All right.
dig it in.
Take a second swing. 10 misses, I guess.
Does not hit.
Okay, I'm going to spend a key and do Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
Take 2 more attacks. Wait, I need to check something to see if I'm allowed to use my weapon for Flurry of Blows. Unarmed strikes, okay. So, it's an 18 for the first one and 19 on the second. So I'll roll the
Both of those
damage.
hit. Yeah.
So that's 7 bludgeoning and 8 bludgeoning.
Yeah, it is bloodied and fucked up.
Well,
Nice.
I have open hand technique, so whenever I hit something with Flurry of Blows, I impose either be knocked prone or to be pushed 15 feet away. So it needs to make a strength saving throw, and the DC is 8 plus 3, 11, 14.
Okay. It has failed. So do you want it prone or knocked back?
I want to knock it back into
Okay.
the wall.
All right. Yeah, it goes back there.
And I'm going to, as it's leaving, I'm going to try and give it a good uppercut. Well, really what happens is I go in and I just start wailing on it, and for my last attack, I literally just give it a good shoulder charge and an elbow push to throw it into the wall, so I'll just call that my attack of opportunity.
Yeah, sure. 25 hits. Yeah.
Dude.
Gonna do 6 bludgeoning, and then I still have 20 feet of movement, and so I'm gonna see this entire room full of things, and I'm gonna say, maybe later, and run back around the corner.
Okay. You dart back around the corner. You basically just pulverized a statue into dust.
There's a lot of things in there.
And Marcus, it is now your turn.
Okay, I guess I pant while he's saying that, and I'm gonna run forward here. Yeah, I have enough movement to get here, and I will try to strike the Wormling here.
Sure.
So, and that's 19 to hit,
19 hits.
and they have to make a strength saving throw.
Sure. That is a 12, so they do not succeed.
Okay, so they are knocked prone.
All right. We got us a prone wormling. And is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Merahim, it's your turn.
Okay, I think the archer guy's more of a threat than we're thinking. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp again. And my is it like emerald or like floor? Like, is the floor made out of stone? What's it made out of?
The stone is like a green marble. The emerald is these dragon wormlings are like carved emerald. That's why it's called the Emerald Room.
Okay, cool. So I just envision my missing arm reaching out from the wall behind the guy and grabbing him from behind.
Okay.
So it'll be back here this time.
Yeah, tight.
He has to make a strength save.
Okay. That is a 12. I don't believe that beats your...
That does not. So he's going to take 2d6. Ooh, and he's restrained.
Okay. Nice.
So only 7 damage, but he is restrained. And then I'm going to go ahead and tuck myself between these two. Just
Okay.
be like, that'll hold them for a little while.
Well, and hey, 7 damage is 7 damage.
Exactly.
God, he's too far towards the edge of the map. Okay. And that is your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
Okay, next up, it is the archer's turn. He is going to try to break free with his action. It's cocked as a natural 1. He does not break free.
Nice.
So he is still trapped in there. Next up, it is Agilhas. He moves forward, sort of crunching along as he goes, and he comes to right here, and he's going to fire at this Wormling. That'll be a hit. Yeah, he does a good amount of damage on this dragon. Next up, Althea, your turn.
So this guy is grappled, correct?
He is.
Gonna run up 5, 10, 15. Go, oh crap, there's lots of things. And I'm gonna look at Mask Boy. And I'm gonna finger gun and pew!
Yeah. 15 just hits.
15. Oh, wait, it's that advantage, though, right?
It is, that's right.
Because he's grappled.
It is.
Natural 20. Nice.
Okay, nice job on remembering.
11,
Wow.
11 and 15.
Wow.
Oh, man. That is so...
You hit this guy, and he was already hurt, and you freeze him to death inside of that hand. And you see he's trying to scream out from under his mask, but he just doesn't manage it. Okay. Wow, you have killed that guy with Ray of Frost.
And I guess I'm just going to... Wait, how much movement would I have had? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, man. I was hoping I would have had enough to get up to him. So I was going to ask if I could, like, just shatter him.
I was
going
gonna
to get hair. But I did want to get in the room.
Who are you going to shatter?
the guy.
Oh, I was going to shatter. Yeah, the guy. But I couldn't get there.
Okay.
Which stinks. Yeah, that's...
I mean,
that's my turn.
he's dead. He died.
Oh, he's gone, so that's awesome.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, it is our statue. He's going to attack you from behind, Wolf Marcus.
Okay.
Shit. God damn it.
I don't think he hit.
No, I dropped my dice. So I'm going to count that because I swore so much. So 5 doesn't hit for his... He got 2 5s on his advantage roll. Then he's going to attack you again.
You should tell him to try rolling double natural ones.
A 15,
It's all the rage these days.
15 on his second swipe.
15 does hit.
Okay. Minimum damage, though. You take 4 points of piercing damage from his stone radius.
Fair.
Okay. And that is his turn. Next up, it is our Wormlings. This one is going to stand up, use its movement to get right here. And then I need Marcus and Althea to make dexterity saving throws as it just sort of goes... It does make a little bit of noise, and a line of acid shoots up and over you, falling onto both Marcus and Althea.
22.
22?
6.
6. Okay, so Althea, you succeed. Althea, you take 7 points of acid damage, and Marcus, you take 7. And that is...
I take... Shouldn't I take 14?
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then this
I'm
one is
blind.
going to come here and do the same thing. So I need you both to make a second dexterity saving throw.
Dang it! Is that line gonna hit its friend?
Ooh.
It will. But it doesn't see its friend, because that friend is behind a large creature. Okay.
I only got a 9.
And I got a 16.
Alright, I'm very sorry, Aaron, because the one that you take half damage on, it did 4 acid damage as this line of acid falls onto you. And Althea, you take 4 acid damage. So Marcus, you take 2. And its friend is immune to acid damage.
Oh, great.
Good to know.
Okay. Then we go back to the top of the order. Akka, your turn.
It's wrangling time. I'm gonna run. That's fine.
Akka's famous
10,
catchphrase.
15, 20, 25, 30, 40. I'm gonna run decided to stop here, but really what Aka's doing is he's like just full on charging at it, and he's got his arms crossed in the air, and he's going to whip both of his fists out in front of him, kind of like a Wolverine move, but he doesn't have claws. And so we'll see if those hit. Nope, that seems about right.
Oh no! Wait,
First
would
one
he have
misses.
advantage because it would be facing away from him?
That's true. You do have advantage. So we'll say that the
Okay.
25 hits for your first attack.
Okay. And this one is an 18.
Both of those hit.
Okay. So I'll do the damage for them real quick. 6 bludgeoning, 3 lightning, and 10 bludgeoning, 5 lightning. So
Okay, so that is 19 plus 15. It's 24. Yeah, you seem to have messed this thing up pretty bad. It is on its last legs.
And my bonus action is I'm going to attempt to grapple it with my Tavern Brawler.
Okay.
10 is my athletics roll.
Okay, real reversal of fortunes. It is grappled. You basically just grab it like a snake, because it is very serpentine.
So just as I pictured it, I come in and it almost looks like I'm going face first at it, like through the air, and both my fists come out in front of me and smack it in opposite directions, but that opens up my arms wide, and then I just grab onto it and land on the ground and just hold onto it as tight as I can.
Yeah, and you have, once again, almost decimated a statue, and this time you got this one grappled. And as you said, it's wrangling time, I realized, not quite, but we kind of have the Fantastic Four. Like, nobody's perfect for it. Althea's lightning instead of fire, but we kind of got it. And
But I can go invisible.
well, you're Johnny Storm. It is now the Invisible Woman's turn. Marcus.
Wait, how am I the Invisible Woman?
You're the nice one who can be inconsiderate.
Oh, okay. That tracks.
I think you're really stretching for this metaphor.
I mean, it's the one that doesn't work is that one. I mean, none of them work perfectly.
I like it. Okay, I'm going to take the dodge action again. And for my bonus action, I'm going to heal myself with combat wild shape again at level 1 this time.
Okay.
So that's another 7.
Big 7.
That's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Marahim. It's your turn.
Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna run. I already did all of the math. So 10 to here, 10 to here, 5 to here. Right? I can cross diagonal.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm gonna go. While I'm in this space, I'm gonna move my hand to here. I can't grab that right now.
Yeah, my bad. I'll change that.
I don't think, based on the phrasing of the spell, that I can move it and grapple in the same turn, but I'm going to move it over there as my action, and then I'm going to end my turn here and tap on the archer and say, "Dead ahead," and just point at this guy.
Sure. And it is now the archer's turn, and he does it not because you told him to.
Okay, I'll shoot him, but not because you told me to.
He has big not because you told me to energy.
He's a teen statue archer.
He's a chief. He's got authority. He doesn't have to listen to this professor.
And if you keep telling him what to do, he's going to go to his room.
Which is just his pedestal. Yeah, he hits it. It doesn't seem to blow it back too much. But that's his turn. Next up, this guy is going to attack you. You've taken the dodge action. But he is going to attack Wolf Marcus.
Yep, so that's at disadvantage.
Yep. Both attacks miss.
Nice.
Yep. Okay. Then it is the Wormling's turn. And it is going to just try and bite at you. Try to bite at your neck. Still at disadvantage, correct?
Yep, until my next turn.
Okay. Yeah, so a 2 does not hit you. The other one was a nat 20. Okay, then we go back to the top of the order with Akka. It's your turn.
Yeah, and I think the wolf
Wait.
dodge, I think I'm doing a lot of like I'm very low to the ground, I think, and I'm moving around a lot.
You're like my dog when she gets to the top of the stairs before me.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Wait, I think you skipped me.
did I? Oh yes, I did. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you
You're
skipped
good.
them, and you skipped one of the emerald snake dragons.
Althea, it's your turn. Sorry.
So if this one is grappled, does that mean when you're grappled, you automatically fail your dexterity saving throws?
Yes.
No, I think you just have disadvantage, right?
You have disadvantage. Yes.
I think restrained is when you auto fail.
Okay, then that I'm going to move like here, so I can make sure that I don't hit Akka. I'm going to do my lightning breath. Needs to do a DC 16 saving throw. I'll take 8 lightning damage.
Okay.
Man.
It fails, and Akka, you barely are like out of the way of where the lightning streaks across it. And you watch as that lightning
It's a
seems
good thing
to...
I set my cestus to lightning, so
Yeah.
my grip is just okay
Um,
with it. They're absorbing it.
And you watch as just the like force of the lightning hitting it seems to crack it apart. And it's now a pile of pretty nice looking emeralds.
I like
and-
bonus action grab a handful.
Sure. You pick up a handful, and you got
I'm
them.
gonna look at Akka and I'm just gonna be like, shh. I'm gonna stuff it in my bag.
And next up, Akka. It's your turn.
That was really close. I'm gonna run away from the scary breath of lightning. 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna move there and attack this stone guy.
Yeah, he's a statue.
Okay.
19?
19. Does that hit?
Does indeed hit.
Okay, I'm going to do it again.
25 hits, so two attacks both hit. You just come over, bang, bang.
Okay, so between both attacks, it's going to be 14 bludgeoning and 9 lightning damage.
Wow. Yeah, you just kind of tear this dude apart again.
Okay. And I still have
Just punch.
15 movement, so I'm going to move to behind this thing and use my bonus action to monk unarmed strike it.
Yeah. 17
17
just
hit.
hits.
And it's going to do 10 bludgeoning damage.
Dude.
Oh, that was a max roll on the damage.
All right. Yeah, this one doesn't look happy. It's not quite bloody.
Yeah, so that first one, I literally just, like, as I'm running up to it, I just bang, bang, like, drill with straight punches right into it, and then when it disintegrates and I go through it, I'm like, oh, okay. So I just keep running, and I just take a haymaker at this one and slap it across the face.
Yeah, you slapped a dragon.
And then I'll have my turn.
Okay. Next up, Wolfus.
All right, I'm going to, with pack tactics, attack at advantage. I'm going to try to bite him. I think that as his, as Akka's hand smacks the face of the wormling up, it's going like towards my jaws right now, and I'm going to try to bite down on it. And I miss. So that's an 11 to hit.
Yeah, an 11 does not hit.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Marahim, you're next.
Okay, so we got one guy left. I got my hand right there, and it's not restrained yet?
No, you had not restrained it.
Well, nobody's restrained it, right?
Nobody.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just walk on over here. So that's 5, 10, 15 movement, and just grapple it. Oh, and I didn't mention this last time because I was stupid. Can you roll a strength save for this guy? But when when it moved from the wall, it just pushed through the frozen guy, and the guy, like, shattered.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. And the way that it moves, it, like, just continually absorbs stone and, like, melds it back to where it was. So right now I'm guessing it's made of marble. So did it succeed on the saving throw?
It did not. It is restrained.
Okay, so 6 damage, and it's restrained.
Okay, this one is now bloodied.
You all go ahead and finish it, and I'm going to just go ahead and duck my pretty blue ass behind some cover.
Your boy gets here. That's his turn. Althea, your turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, yeah. I get here. Was a bonus action to scoop up a couple more of those emeralds. And then I'm going to Ray of Frost at advantage because he is restrained.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. Ray of Frost with advantage. 19 hits.
For 8 points of cold damage. A finger gun at him and go pew.
Yeah, you pew at him. Finger gun. And takes that 8 points of cold damage. Looking cold, looking grabbed by that hand. That is not a happy life for it. And now for its turn. Yeah, it's going to crane its neck. And it is going to spit up into the air a line of acid that is going to fall onto you, Althea.
Yay.
So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
And shield wouldn't do anything for that, would it? Oh, it's a flaccid 20.
I don't believe so.
I don't think
no.
it does. I
Um,
think it just adds 5 to your AC, so yeah, I don't think that would do anything.
yeah, 20. You take 4 points of acid damage. It's
Nice.
only
Cool.
8 total. Okay. Then that is its turn. Next up, it is back to the top of the order. Akka. Cestus of Revolt hits.
I think you're muted, Pots.
My bad. Yeah, I'm just trying not to mess this up, so did 8 bludgeoning and 1 lightning damage.
Yep, and you smash through it, and you kind of take off some of the stone of Merahim's hand, but it sort of melds the emerald that it was holding up into it. So it now looks like a marble hand with like an emerald pinky.
Can the pinky be the head of the dragon?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, and you all have defeated this room. There's some nice carpets on the wall, slightly nicer paintings. And then in the next room, you see Room of Scenes.
Oh, so there is a door here.
Yes, and it says the Battle for Amancia.
Where's the door?
I'm sorry, I need to reveal it. There it is. That wolf intuition just got Marcus right there.
Such a shame Merahim is just, like, collecting pieces of the emeralds. I mean, like, these were such expensive pieces, very, very large cultural value. It's really a shame they don't make them like this anymore.
Yeah,
And
Althea, where do you stash your emeralds?
And she's got a dress with pockets, because everybody loves pockets.
Is it the same pocket as you have your little ruby friend?
No, my ruby friend is in my bag.
Okay.
I'm just putting... Because she would have thought about that. Emeralds and rubies together, they don't know if they mix well, don't really know what's going to be going on with this guy.
Sure. Marcus, do you return to the pool and take a drink?
Yep.
Okay, roll 2d6.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I probably would too. I took a lot of damage.
Okay. You get 6 points of health back, and you have advantage on your next attack.
Cool. Thank you.
Well, if we're all
Same for
going back
everybody.
for more drinks,
Man, I really do not have good luck with rolling
No, sorry.
Out, like healing for myself.
I'm gonna send my hand to the door because I want it to be first through.
Sure.
Because it's technically a medium creature, so it can even act, or not creature. It's technically a medium.
Construction.
The size of a meteor,
thing.
yeah, like size of a medium creature, so it can act as cover.
Okay. And the full description on the door says "Room of Scenes," and then it has like a little spot where you can slide in, like whatever the scene is. This is the only room that changes, and it says "The Battle for Javenna."
Okay.
Which
Do I
is
remember? Oh, I haven't seen this one before then.
No, you have
Because
not.
it changes.
But this is you could roll a history check to see what you remember from the Battle of Javenna.
Yes,
Javenna, the
sir.
city that you all were just in.
Would my parents have been in the battle for Javenna? For the knights, like I'm assuming this is like a thing for the knights.
The Battle of Javenna was just like how Lysere was captured. Lysere being a city-state, there was actually a small kingdom called Amancia that is. Yeah, we're gonna take a break here in 2 minutes before you all go through the door. The Battle of Amancia the Battle of Javenna was the deciding siege on Javenna, which was the capital city of the nation of Amancia, which is still what the province is called. It's the northeast province.
Okay.
And you know that they had like heavy auxiliary cavalry and knights who would use like powerful long swords, and it was a horrible, horrible battle, and the people of Amancia, it took a very long time for them to really kind of not hate the rest of the empire. But let's go ahead and take our break now. We'll get back at 7:35.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Cool.
I believe that's the plus. Let me see if that worked.
Hey, Aaron.
Yes.
Are you near any of the two major cities that were discussed? The ones that are in Kentucky.
Oh no, I'm in Maryland.
You're okay. I'm gonna need you to send me your address then.
I can just give it to you now on stream here.
Yeah, and just go ahead and give the address out to the whole world.
Yeah, well, I don't want Brian to find out my address, so I think he's watching the stream.
And then, Nathaniel, do you want to see? Oh yeah. Can I start? Can I turn my video on? Yeah. I don't have yours done yet. And Aaron, I still need to make your last one, but here's Nathaniel. You're gonna get this little aqua coaster in your little Jackson coaster.
Dude, that looks so sweet.
And everyone gets a matching the Sunken World Saga coaster too. So we'll all have a matching one. And then you'll have your adventurer and your knight character. And I kind of just cut Akka's down a little too small, so good thing I printed out a couple.
I'm back to answer any lore questions. Anybody want to know the details of the Battle of Amancia? Or what Agilhas was doing? I'll tell you the answer. He's just walking right here. That's what he did. Hey, if you're watching the stream, this Friday we're going to be having a crossover event with 4 other D&D products, podcasts, live streams, that sort of thing. So I am going to be taking 4 Dungeon Masters on an adventure that they will be playing characters from the world that they play in, which I'm very excited for. A few of them are like the big like NPCs from their campaigns, and I think that's really cool. So you, our viewers, are going to be able to sound off in our chat to help out the enemies they're fighting and some of the NPCs around them, because they will have their fans able to do that with specific phrases. Our phrase is going to be, and I'm going to put it in right now, it's going to be something that I don't know if we've highlighted it quite enough. But it is the name of a character who is yet to appear, named Penis Prot.
Penis Prot?
Yes.
That is
god.
P-E-E-N-U-S space P-R-O-T. So if you come to that stream that we'll be doing, and you type in the name Penis Prot, if you drop some Penis Prots in the chat, you will be able to turn my, low-level minions that I'm throwing at them to keep the game interesting, keep it fun. You'll be able to be like, you know what? He's got +1 claws now. That sort of thing. Penis Prot, Penis Prot, Penis Prot, Penis Prot, Penis Prot. Okay, well, you just empowered all of the enemies you're about to fight. Yeah, I hope you feel good about that. I hope when
It was worth it. It was worth it.
Marahim dies, I hope you.
Oh no! What did I miss?
Nothing. Just some penis prots were dropped in chat.
Oh god.
This is gonna be like the psychic Pokemon gym. I'm not quite sure what you mean, Brian. There's no transportation squares that can dart you all around to different locations. Although that would be a pretty fun dungeon.
Oh my god, that would be a fun dungeon on Roll20, but if you were trying to play that, like...
In regular D&D, it would be the most frustrating thing in the world.
Such a nightmare without the map.
There's very few
like
things that I think...
I feel like you could...
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, I feel like you could easily use a clue board for that.
That would be very fun.
Dude, that would be super fun.
If I was a more jokey DM, I think it would be cool to do like you fight like a little kid wizard, and the way that you have to beat them is just go through like board games. Like it's just sorry, but like when you get to another, like one of the monsters that is also for like the other team, you actually have to fight that monster.
Oh my god.
That'd be cool.
It's not gonna happen in this world. This world's a little too serious for that.
I love that idea, but I also love any time that you have to do like a Home Alone scenario.
Yes.
Yeah, where you leave your kid behind? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the part of
Yeah.
Home Alone that I identify with.
Oh.
The part where I get on a plane and I'm terrified, and then I just hang out with John Candy.
Well, that reminds me, Ben, of there's that game Dread that uses a Jenga tower.
Dude, that is my
As-
favorite system to run.
Yeah.
I would hate that game because I would just be completely at a loss.
Are you really bad at Jenga?
I'm very bad at anything that involves patience, being steady, not constantly shivering with my fingers. But it would be very fun to play. I would just want to be... I'd want to play on the giant tower.
That's like easier and harder. Like it depends. I feel
agree.
like for you it's probably easier because it's not like just your fingers. But those giant towers, man, whew, they stick a lot worse. They're not sanded as well. But Dread is my favorite game to run as a DM because it's not like it's like I'm just telling a story, but like the story is pretty much set. It's all a matter of like who's gonna survive and like what you guys do. It's such a fun game.
I've never played it, but I think that system is just so cool. Like, it's such a smart way to approach that kind of game.
Yeah, I think
it.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think it looks very fun. I just know that if I was playing, I would just be like, well, I died in 2 rounds.
Yeah, I do it. I always make it a little different because I'm a fan of horror movies where almost everyone survives. Because especially in a game like that, it's more fun if everybody gets to play, and not someone's dying every 20 minutes. Because then someone's just sitting around waiting for the game to be over. So I always make it. I just throw away the rules that says like take pieces out at the beginning. I just have everybody start with a standard Jenga tower, and maybe 2 people die by the end of my sessions. But it's really a question of like, who's it gonna be, rather than everyone but one. So yeah, I also like to give everybody like unique powers so that they just feel a little bit more distinct, and so that they feel like it's not all in the Jenga. So like there was one person who was really, really good at Jenga, and so I gave him he was playing an intern on a spaceship, and so I gave him the superpower, or the ability Eager to Help, where he could make people's polls for them.
Yeah, that's a fun way to, I think, circumnavigate people like me.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are all back, it seems, so we're going to jump back into it. I believe that is the equals sign. Let's see if that works.
It worked.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Sunken World Saga. We're jumping right back into it. Our characters are going through the Statue Palace. You are outside of a door that says the Room of Scenes, and it references the Battle of Javenna. I would like it if you all could position your characters where they're going to be, so that you can enter.
Fia's going to probably take up the middle of the pack spot again.
Sure. And whoever opens the door, opens the door.
Oh,
I'll give it a shove.
I'll move the hand out of the way for Merahim.
Sure.
Or sorry, not for Marcus.
You open the door, and the door does open all the way, but you hear it like sort of seem to catch and hit against things as you look in here, and you see that all over the floor, almost every inch, is covered with broken statues, broken Legion statues. Towards the other side, you see a bunch of statues that seem to be sort of kind of like in plays that depict the formation of the Empire, the costume of the Amancia people, the Amancia tribes and their knights. They sort of seem to be, many of them, shattered. But you see one tall, like almost 7-foot tall statue in this thick plated marble armor, extremely fine detail in every inch, with a Zweihander sort of held in both hands with the tip of the blade touching the marble of the floor. And when he sees you all, he lifts his sword, ready to move. And we're in the fight. So first up, Akka, it's your turn. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, it isn't. I completely forgot. This guy gets right here, and his sword has reach because it is about 6 feet long, and he is going to take it and just try and stab you, Akka.
Oh shoot!
Okay,
that is a 17 to hit.
that hits.
Okay. You take 11 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
And then he is going to bring it back, and you see he has the time to attack you, but instead it seems like he gets ready to do something else. Okay. Next up, now Akka, it is your turn.
Akka runs back to the healing water.
I'm gonna take another bath. Asshole. I'm gonna run here encircle around him and take 2 attacks on him.
Okay. Yeah, and you have advantage because he's very, very slow.
Okay.
Don't.
Let me just roll a normal one again to count for that one's advantage of 19.
Sure.
And on the second attack, 18. Do those both hit?
Both of those hit.
Okay. So the first one does 10 bludgeoning and 6 lightning. And the second one does 7 bludgeoning and 2 lightning.
Okay, so that is... Yeah, this guy is not looking good. He's looking mighty chuffed. I don't know why I thought of that and then decided to say it. But you seem to... You blow out like a portion of the armor on his back.
And I'm going to attempt to do the old grapple move on that. I give him 1-2 into the kidneys, into his marble kidneys, and then I'm going to try and grab his wrist with my... Or not his wrist, I don't know, just his arm in general with my hand.
Make an athletics check.
Oh, that's not at advantage, so it's a 9.
Yeah, he just sort of wrenches his arm away.
Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Marcus. It's your turn.
All right. With my turn, I'm just going to walk up here into the doorway, and
Sure.
I am going to attempt to bite him. And you said I had I have advantage anyways on this. So can I save that advantage, or how does that work?
Sure. We'll say you save your advantage until you don't have it.
Okay.
I guess that seems fair.
Well, I mean, if that's not how it works, that's fine.
I think that's fine. 16 just hits.
Okay. And he has to make a DC 13 strength saving throw. And he takes 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. He makes the save, but he takes your 6 points of piercing damage, and he is bloodied. Enough of his stone has been knocked away.
Nice. All right, that's my turn.
Okay, and Marcus is blocking the doorway, so you cannot see the.
Yeah,
knight.
I can't move any further.
So Marahim, it's your turn. You do not have line of sight on this knight.
I can't get through the doorway either.
Doesn't seem
Well,
like it. Not enough room.
Technically, you're allowed to let allies move through your space.
But
Right.
Marcus has to squeeze himself through these doors. So I don't think that there is enough give in this wolf body for Marahim to... I'll tell you this.
Standing, though, right? I could look under his legs, right?
Yeah, you would have to crawl.
Okay, I'm going to get prone.
Okay.
And if I'm prone, can I see him?
Yeah, you can see him.
So the hand collapses into the ground, and you just see a little rumbling, and you feel a little shifting under your feet, Marcus, as the stone erupts off to the side over here and grabs at this guy.
Okay. As your hand goes into the ground, you see...
Oh, wait, actually, it doesn't grab at him. Sorry, that was my mistake. Because I can only move it or attack. So, you don't have to make a strength save or anything.
Okay. As your hand snakes under the ground, you see the sword that he is holding. You see very, very finely carved along the blade. There are just these small grooves. You only notice them because they light up, taking on red as they go. And when your hand comes up out of the ground, he uses his reaction to just stab at it with his Zwahinder, and you feel your... That's not how you pronounce that word. You feel your concentration be severed, and your hand crumbles away.
So it's like it broke. It's like a dispel magic sword or something.
Kinda. That's kind of what it is. Next up, it is Agilhus's turn. He doesn't do anything. Althea, it's your turn.
I am also gonna lay on the ground and get prone.
Sure.
But I'm gonna moved up, be like laying down right behind Marcus. Please
Go
don't
back there.
spot. And then I'm gonna pew finger gun and Ray of Frost, which is just going to be a straight roll, right? Because if I'm prone...
Yeah, but you have
It'll be
advantage
disadvantage.
from the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So go back to normal. And now let's hit that Ray of Frost right there. So 13? No, I feel like that's not going to hit.
13 does not hit. It actually, like, on the knockback from breaking that stone hand, he accidentally swipes through your frost.
Well, that didn't work. Can I get back up?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's enough of you.
Or, well, actually... So it's 5, 10...
Well, so you took movement to get right there, and then you
But I
laid
couldn't,
down,
like,
which
crawl
would
under
take
his
10
leg.
feet. So you've used 15 feet. So it would be 15 feet to stand back up.
Could I, like, try and, like, crawl under Marcus's legs?
Yeah, you could make it 15 feet.
Still on the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. But he would have advantage on me. I'm gonna move like under Marcus, but I'm still gonna stay under Marcus, hoping that Marcus gives me a little bit of cover because I'm laying on the ground.
Sure.
You are a sorceress.
He turns around, wheeling about, and he is going to just try and slash Aka across the chest with his Zweihander.
Oh shit.
That is a dirty 20.
Yeah, that hit.
Okay. You take 12 points of slashing damage,
Oh, Aka's barely standing.
and then he is going to turn, and he is going to slash down at Althea. Marcus, I'm going to say that your wolf instincts kick in. If you decide to give her cover, you might take some damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
No, don't worry about it. Don't take damage.
No, this is free damage. I can take free damage with this, right?
Yeah, but I could potentially shield.
No, I'll definitely do that.
Okay. Then instead it is a 17 to hit you.
And 17 definitely hits me.
Okay. You take 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Could I use my shield and it like, since I'm under Marcus, maybe
You
like
cannot.
half that or something?
You can't, I'm sorry. It would just be right in front of you, but behind his wolf paw.
Darn.
Okay. Then next up, Aka. It's your turn.
Okay. Just gotta try and end this. I'm just gonna start wailing on him.
Yeah, sure. You have advantage because he's facing the other way. So 17 doesn't hit, but yeah.
Okay, so it's actually an 18, and then for my extra attack, 22.
Both of those will hit.
So that's gonna be interesting. 10 bludgeoning and 10 lightning damage.
Okay, last legs as you tear through it, and he's actually like you cut through like a portion of his arm, you just blow away, and then a portion of one of its legs, you just like tear, so that he is like barely able to stand on his janky half leg.
Nice. And then I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna flurry of blows.
Sure.
Spend a key, and roll 2 unarmed.
Okay.
Does this hit?
23 does hit. 21 does hit.
Okay.
And you just sort of... Well, how do you destroy this statue?
So literally, like, I go on its back and I just punch into each of its shoulders and like watch them like shatter. And so then I go to its side where its like main hand is on its sword, like its power grip hand, and I'm just gonna hit in the armpits under it to like knock the arm completely off.
Yeah, nice. And you do. And it just crumbles. And there you go. This room is just a bunch of dead statues of soldiers on two sides of a war.
And then Akka turns into Danny Glover and says, "I'm getting too old for this shit."
I'm gonna stand up and dust myself off. Can I actually look around this room? I know that you've mentioned the paintings a couple of times, and I wanted to not waste my hand, so I didn't look around. But can I like see what you mean by like the paintings are a little bit better?
Yeah, just the paintings in here were like bad realism paintings.
Oh, okay.
And these seem to have like a little bit of like more style to them. Like, not quite like, I'm not trying to just paint a guy. This is like, you know, there's a little cafe in Gay Accused, and here it is. That's sort of thing.
Can I check the shattered remains of the dude who was over here?
Yeah. It's a bunch of ice, because it's not going to turn back into flesh, because that would be gross.
Ew. Okay, cool. Yeah, if he doesn't have anything good on him, like a note or anything on him, I guess that probably would have shattered too.
Probably.
With that fucking ray of frost roll.
So, over here, you see the box is all that it says.
The box.
And is there anything else that anybody would like to do before you open the door?
Can I have the prone taken off me?
Oh,
Just
yes,
so
I
don't
apologize. Althea, I assume that you've gotten up.
No, Thea's just rolling around. No, I'm just kidding. What's the statue made out of?
It's like marble.
Can I take like a couple pieces off the ground?
Oh, can I investigate the sword?
You can. Yeah, make a Arcana check as you look at the sword. And Marcus...
I'm just going to take a couple pieces of marble and put them in my pocket.
Sure. And Marcus, you can hear a little bit of talking on the other side.
Okay. Yeah, I have advantage on hearing or smell, so maybe I'll just make a perception check.
Sure. So Merahim, an Arcana check, and Marcus, a perception check. Yours with advantage.
Only a 12.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my first portent of the day. I rolled a 13 for that one, and so it's gonna be 13 plus 8, so 21.
Okay. Well, so looking at it with your remembering the stone spirit magic, you know that this sword would not be usable now.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this spell, once you destroyed the main bulk of the statue, stopped working on the sword, so it no longer works like a normal sword. But
Okay.
you actually can recognize some of the runes as Javenna, like Amonsian magic.
Mm-hmm.
That was essentially the like sorcerers, witches, sorceresses, warlocks of the Amonsian tribes basically did not really do offensive magic when Hallandor began their invasion, and they tried to develop some, but most of what they did was find a way to basically undo Hallandor magic.
Ooh, can I know this is a weird ask, but wizards are a weird class. Can I like jot down those ruins or like collect the pieces of the stone?
You
to
could do
try and,
like a rub, like get some charcoal and
Yeah,
a piece of parchment.
I'm just gonna shout over to everybody. If you all don't mind, I'd really like to gather this. It's for science. Okay, I see you're hurt. Do you want to grab another drink from the fountain?
I'll give it a try.
Oh yes,
He
it's actually
looks
got
over to it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get a rub just because I feel like I can maybe get a spell or something out of this.
Sure.
Eventually.
It is a D6 this time, just a single D6.
I was also gonna do it.
Sure.
So, what should I call that in my notes? Just like a
Call it counterspell.
counter spell scroll.
It's mostly just Marcus backwash at this point.
And when you say that, I'll lick your face afterwards. And there's more like just pure slobber all over you.
But Marcus, when you return to the door, you hear that conversation.
I want to give Marcus some scritches behind the ears and say, thanks for protecting me, buddy.
Yeah, and I'll like my leg will start like doing the
Okay, and you get there, and you can hear. Well, it is a very delicate procedure. You do not rush to something of this sort. And I will remind you that only my sister and I would be able to help you with this. Very well, just please continue. We don't have much time. I'm certain that they've sent someone. The little knights, they've grown weary of waiting for us outside of the temple, so just hurry, if you can. And that's basically what you hear before, twitch muscles sort of push you on.
Cool, yeah. I mean, I don't really understand if I'm opening these doors or if someone else is opening them for me, and I just think I'm opening the doors. But
I'll use Meg's hand to open the door, but he definitely Marcus thinks that he.
yeah, exactly.
My dog can open my pantry. And you open the door, and it is a large ritual chamber. There are plaques, paintings, small chairs that are not quite big enough for somebody like Akka to sit in, but for a very small person, it would be very comfortable. And you can see there is one robed man in a mask with a longbow. There is a very finely dressed, pale-skinned dwarf woman. There is a man who looks like he is from southwestern Hallandor down here. You notice that he is reaching out and touching the sort of centerpiece of this room. And you see that his arm, from the elbow up, seems to be the same marble as a lot of these statues. And then there is a singular statue soldier over here. The central piece that I mentioned is a large box, about 6 feet long and 4 feet wide. And it is being carried by 4 statues, 2 men and 2 women. They are all, hunched over. They are carrying the weight of the box on their back. They are perpendicular to the floor. Like a lot of strain showing in their faces. Their feet, curled up onto the toes to sort of just shuffle forward. It's very impressive that the small amount of stone that is actually touching the pedestal that this piece is on are, able to keep it up. And you notice that some light is emanating off of his marble hand, and it seems like the box becomes a real box as you all enter. What would you all like to do?
Get your hand off my box.
Oh God.
What, are we in initiative?
Not necessarily.
And have they seemed to have...
They noticed you. They noticed the door opening.
Well, I'm gonna just go if we're not in initiative.
Yeah, go for it. Go get them.
Okay, then we're in initiative.
I was gonna try and have a conversation to see what's going on. If that's...
Well,
I mean,
that's
you
how
could- you
wolves
could,
have conversations.
You could grab a hold of my fur if you think that...
Yeah,
if you want me
I'll
to
grab
stop, I'll do it, yeah.
I'll grab a hold and be like, maybe we should find out what's going on first.
Okay. But I'll stand in the doorway like this, I think.
Okay.
Maybe?
Can I go inside first?
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, in that case, I'll let you out.
Yeah. Sorry. So, what is in the box?
Pardon. And the dwarven woman steps forward. You see, she is in, sort of, wizard robes, but made to be, dress robes, like a fancy event. I apologize. I believe you are... And she looks at the pauldron that you have. Ah, yes. So you have come to put a stop to us. Very well. The contents of the box are something that our organization requires. Now, perhaps if you are willing to listen to reason, A bit of gold might turn you away.
Ooh, you have that gold.
I do.
How much gold are we talking?
Well, how much gold would get you all to turn and walk away?
I don't know, lads. How much gold would it take for us to break our vows?
How much gold you got?
Well, how much gold would it take for you to turn and walk away?
Well, how much gold would it take for you to turn and walk away?
There isn't a number.
How have you managed?
Is it at ABCs? Is that what you use to measure gold? I'm confused.
Quite funny.
I do feel like I should probably ask. How have you managed to control an earth spirit like so?
Well, it is not control. And he has walked forward, and you see he is wiggling the fingers on his stone hand. It is a gift from old Papa.
Old Papa? Who is your Papa?
My father. Who is your father?
My father.
Oh, well, we have something in common. Both of our fathers are, in fact, our fathers.
That's true. Well, we have an interesting cast of characters. Are you also working with the... Sorry, what did you call yourself again?
It doesn't matter, does it? What is the number that will take for you to walk away?
Well... See, it's quite a big deal for us to break our oaths. I'm just, like, walking around, like, looking at the art. There's art on this wall, right?
Yeah, there's nice paintings. These are the best ones. These are, like, Renaissance paintings.
Yeah, I'm walking around just looking at all the art and, like, you know, they never do quite tell you how beautiful this artwork is. What do you all think? Should we price it at 2,000 gold? 4? 5? What do you think's the most appropriate?
Althea's gonna pretend like she's looking at the art on this side. And then go to, like, move.
Yep, this statue is keeping itself right next to you.
Right.
And they are going to move. The gentleman with the stone hand, you notice, is dressed like the most fashionable dude from Hallandor. Like, pointy shoes, green breeches, a nice little, like, short tabard over his tunic. And he has a very thin, long sword at his side. Sorry, what were you going to say, Akka?
Akka's going to ask the guy you were just describing, are you a member of their group, or maybe you're the one that we can pay off?
No, I am devoted to Naya, as is Lady as Nora. My devotion simply looks a bit different. And he gives you a big smile. I have quite a bit of money, if that is your problem.
No, I don't think wealth is...
Can I...
Go ahead, Althea.
I'm gonna side eye over at Marcus, Uncle Marahim. And I'm gonna, like, nod, like, should we just go ahead and fight? I don't say that, but, like, that's, you know, what my...
Then there isn't a number, by the sound
Well,
of it.
no, I did mention 5,000, 2,000. What do you all think? And I point, I, like, kind of lazily point my hand over at Marcus. I'm like, at least 4, right? 1,000 for you. I point over at Akka. 1,000 for you. I point over at Althea. 1,000 for you. 1,000 for me. Is that all right for you? And as I point at them, and then I cast lightning bolt at these two.
Can I, as he does that, can I cast lightning breath on the 4 statues that are holding this thing up? Because I was kind of waiting for a signal to...
The 4 statues don't seem to be alive. Just
Yeah. They were holding the box is the statue. That like the box.
Oh,
and then
dang it! I was thinking there were 4 like lifelike statues under it holding it.
no,
Man,
he was only
that's
touching the
unfair.
box. I'm sorry, I didn't explain that very well. So you cast lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she succeeds. The archer fails.
Okay.
I'll say that you can cast lightning breath. Nobody else, because you did not discuss it, can do like a surprise round.
So that's gonna be.
So
I'm
Althea,
looking at the spell.
if you want to use it on this guy, I think it would reach him.
Yeah,
Oof.
I'll do it on him.
All right.
Oh, come on. Man.
24 is pretty good.
That's like so many 2s and fine. It's fine.
It's still 24 damage.
So 24 full damage on this guy.
Yeah.
And then half damage on her.
Lightning streaks through her body, and she goes, ah! And it then hits him, and he just shrieks in pain and doubles over. And we're in the fight. So Althea, if you wanted to use... Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that statue needs to make a dex save.
So he's not a statue.
Oh, well then that guy.
Yeah, and he succeeds. Okay, we are in the
Does
fight.
he take-
So
Does he take half or no?
no, it's just a little cantrip.
Darn.
Aka, it's your turn. We're fighting. We're in combat.
Oh shit! And I'm gonna run up to this guy and start with the fist throwing.
Sure.
Oh, that's a 12.
Yeah, it just misses. He kind of like leans back, and he like smiles as he just leans, and you just barely miss his chin. And he like rocks back on his feet.
And then as he rocks back, I'm gonna punch him down on his thigh.
Okay, you come in for a punch, and your hand just moves through him, and it seems like an illusion, disappears.
That's lame. Then I will... How far did I move? 5, 10, 15, 20. I will move here and use my bonus action to unarmed strike.
Yeah, you hit. With that 25.
All right. I'll do 7 bludgeoning damage to that.
Okay, yeah, done look
And
good.
then my turn.
Sure. Marcus, your turn.
All right, I'm going to use 35 feet of movement to get right here, and I will go ahead and try to bite her. And that's a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, so you just get right in front of her, and you go to bite at her, and I think you, like, tear at her wizard ropes.
Sure, yeah.
You basically do what you tried to do to Marahim to get him to go inside.
I get it as I get slobber all over, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically. Okay, next up, it is Palgius's turn. But where is he? Where is he? You see, basically, out of nowhere, 2 versions of him appear over here, against this wall.
Over down there.
Yeah. And the 2 of them... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I did not change their layer. Oh, no, I did. They're there. They're down here. And the 2 of them get right up here next to you. Althea, drawing swords as they come. Both of them attack in unison. You cannot tell which of them is the one that is going to be making contact. And let's see. He swings his mighty sword, and it is a 13 to hit. First attack.
Nope.
Okay. And second attack, it is a 19 to hit.
Shield.
Okay, you cast your shield. What does it look like?
Little bit. A big lion's head, a spectral blue lion's head, comes up and forms around me, and as it's like roaring, and whenever its jaws come down, it comes down on the sword and stops it just like right before it would like smack me.
Okay.
It has it in its mouth and it goes. "Arr."
Yeah, nice. And he kind of smiles, and it's both of the swords, and both of them kind of pull their swords back. Okay, Marahim, your turn next.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I'm good at here. I'm gonna cast Maximilian's Earthland Grasp again. Right here.
Right where? Okay.
Right there. To grab her.
Sure. What's your DC?
It's a 16 strength saving throw.
She just beats it.
I'm gonna use luck to make her re-roll a strength save.
Okay, nice. Spirit versus, Spirit's friend. Same roll. If you can believe it. Yeah.
Well, okay then. It's still right there.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna use my movement to... I've got 30 feet. Oh, but she's a wizard. I don't want to... Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and, step over here so I can get a better eye at everybody. And just... I'm just going to go... Sorry about your busboy.
Oh, it's alright. We have more of them.
I figured.
And next up, it is Agilhas. He comes forward, is going to fire at the statue. He misses. His arrow zooms past this guy's head. Then next up, Althea.
I'm going to cast just Ray of Frost at... Oh, wait, there's the one in front of me. Not gonna cast Ray of Frost. I'm just gonna lightning breath those guys. I don't know which one to hit, so I'm just gonna at both of them.
Yeah, fair. You know what? He does succeed, but you actually, because you hit both of them, you watch one of them disappear.
Cool. Your trick didn't... Oh, sorry. It's Norton. That was Norton character. Your trick didn't work. That was in character.
A wise choice. You, seem very wise. And he gives you a long smile. Is that your turn?
Don't patronize me. Then that's my turn.
Okay. Then next up, it is her turn, and she is going to throw up her hand and cast Wall of Stone. So, Marcus, you did not take any damage, but you are pushed back 5 feet.
Okay.
As is this stone hand. And she basically forms it into just like a wall that is about 6 feet high, so it is tall enough that you can't see her dwarvish form. And it's kind of serpentine as it pops up. And then she is going to just kind of fall back. And that is going to be her turn. So now, Akka, it's your turn.
Okay, I guess this is the real one, and I'm going to run behind this guy.
Sure. The statue takes an attack of opportunity on you.
Okay.
It's a natural 20.
Okay.
Okay. You take 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay. I'm going to use my Relentless Endurance and go to 1 hit point instead of 0.
Okay.
So he grimaces really hard as it hits him in his back while running, but he's going to come here, and I'm going to try and hit this guy in the back of the head. Do I have advantage for being behind him?
You do, yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll damage on it. It's going to be 10 bludgeoning and 1 lightning damage, and I'm going to spend a key point. He has to make a DC 14 con save or be stunned. I'm using my stunning strike.
He barely succeeds.
Okay, make my second attack. 13, I imagine, doesn't hit.
13 does not hit. Wise to you, he turns, and his marble hand like catches the brunt of your cestus.
Okay, and I will use my unarmed strike and for my bonus action.
Yeah, you hit him.
And I'll roll damage on it. That's 7 bludgeoning damage, and I'm going to spend my last key point to do a stunning strike again.
Okay. So 14?
14 con save.
Yeah, he succeeds this time too.
Okay. Fuck. And I'm going to run around him just a little bit more. And end my turn.
Sure. Marcus, it's your turn. You can see
right.
over these stones because you are taller than 6 feet.
Sure. With the stone in front of me, though, I'm going to run to here. So this is 15 feet. And then, I could just make it the rest of the way. So another 10 feet without provoking the attack of opportunity. And I have advantage because of pack tactics. So I'm going to attempt to bite this guy.
Sure. 21 hits.
21 to hit. And 7 points of piercing damage, and he needs to make a DC 13 strength saving throw.
He succeeds. You try to shove him down, and he kind of like shoves his rocky hand into your mouth and like pops it open.
Yeah, and I'll whine when he does that.
And he smiles, and it's his turn. And he looks at you, Althea, and says, "Beautiful, I hope you don't mind." And he is going to attack Marcus. So he just sort of chops down, like swinging his sword over top of his head. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So you take 11 points of slashing damage. And then he is going to channel divine energy. And you are going to take 9 points of radiant damage.
Okay. I'm bloodied.
Okay. And then he is going to make a second attack at you. This one is a 15.
That hits too.
Okay. You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Down to 1 for both of the people next to him. Okay. Then next up, Marahim, it's your turn.
So the spell description says, as an action, you can cause the hand to reach for a different target or to move to a different unoccupied space within range. So I assume that's within range of me. It has to be somewhere I can see. So I can still see her. Would you say that I can move the hand through the wall?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna move the hand. I can't grab it right now, but I'm gonna move it.
My bad.
Between the two of us.
Sure.
Like right.
Are you telling her to speak to the hand?
Yeah, I'm saying talk to the hand. Yeah, that's where I'll move it as my action, and then.
You hear Althea shout from over there. That was a good one, Uncle Marahim. It seems I'm rubbing off on you.
I think that's really all I can do right now. So what's my? Yeah, that'll be my turn. I'm gonna stick right here because they kind of got things handled over there.
Sure. Agilhast is going to fire on this statue. It hits.
Nice.
Does a good enough amount of damage that this guy is bloodied. And Althea, it's your turn.
I want Althea to put on her most flirtatious smile and say, "Oh, You know, I really wish that you would just, drop your weapon and not really hit my friends anymore. I'm trying to persuade him.
Make a persuasion check. It
And he
cancels
finds
out.
me attractive.
Yeah, it cancels out to normal instead of with disadvantage.
Dang it. Okay, come on. Dice gods, please don't
It'll
ask
have
me.
to be very, very high.
Oh, it's only an 18. Dang it.
Okay, he something flickers across his face. There's
Okay.
something he thinks about. And then, do you want to do anything with a bonus action?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
What if I blow? I'm gonna blow him a kiss as my bonus action.
He's not sure he believes it anymore. For her turn, as Nora is going to walk right here, and with her bonus action, she stares at you, Marahim.
Okay.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
I thought you were just gonna end it at she stares at you, and I was like,
That's a bonus
Interesting.
action. It's a bonus action wisdom save. Let's see what we got. 14.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my. Do I get 3 luck or do I get 1 luck?
You have the luck feat, basically. So I believe
Okay.
that is the 3.
I'm gonna use my second luck for that. Oh, worth.
Okay, but you take the better one.
Okay.
So a 14 succeeds.
Oh, dang.
You feel something creeping into your mind, and then she sort of just wrenches her face, and she then flicks her hand up, and you see 5 darts of arcane energy spark up. They're all going to shoot at you.
Okay.
You take 15 points of force damage.
Force damage. Got you.
And that is her turn. Okay, now it's the statue's turn. It's going to come right here, and it is going to attack you, Wolfus. That is a natural 20.
oh no.
Yeah, so you take 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So I am back to Marcus.
And then he is going to step right in, and he is going to take his second attack. That is a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay, he misses regular Marcus. Alright, then we go back to the top of the order. And, Akka, it's your turn. You might be muted.
I said I'm just going to try and unload on this guy. Is it still at advantage
Yes.
for positioning? Okay. So 26.
26 hits.
And 20 for the second one. And I'm going to use my bonus action to unarmed strike. Is a 17.
Okay, yeah. All the 17 misses. The other two
Okay.
both hit.
Okay, so the first attack, both attacks are with the cestus, so it's going to be 13 bludgeoning and 11 lightning damage.
Okay.
And I will hold where I'm standing. So I'm just literally just like fists of fury, just bow, 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 just going at him.
Yeah, he's looking bloodied. As more wounds seem to strike across, and he turns and says, "I do not think that your friends have the same idea, beautiful." Marcus, it's your turn.
Okay. It's way different playing a character that doesn't have one thing you can do when every turn. So there's a lot of choices here, man. And I don't have line of sight on the dwarf.
No, you... Well, oh, no, because now you're shorter than 6
Because now I'm
feet.
small. Yeah, right. I'm much shorter. Okay, if I don't have line of sight of the dwarf, then I'm going to look up at the well-dressed man that we've been fighting, and I will cast Hold Person on him. So that is a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, he succeeds. He is. You all are
Damn.
hitting him pretty easy, but he is. You were having some trouble getting him to take some effects.
Yeah. Okay, and that's my turn.
Okay. For his turn, he is going to cast Mass Healing Word to start.
Dang it.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's not as good as it could have been. The statue, you watch as it takes some of the dust from the floor, and it basically seems to, like, reform. And then he is going to turn, and he is going to attack you, Saga, swinging his sword at you. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. You take 13 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Akka falls over unconscious.
Okay. And then he is going to wheel about, and he is going to hit you, Marcus. That is a 16 to hit.
16 just hits.
Okay.
oh no.
So you take 12 slashing damage, and then he is going to again channel Divine Energy. So you take 12 slashing damage and 11 radiant damage. 23 damage.
And I'm down now.
Okay.
No.
No! Oh, God.
And that is his turn. Merihim, it's your turn.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna. She needs to make another strength save.
Sure. She has failed this one. Just failed.
Okay. So 2d6
14.
damage, 9 damage, and she is restrained.
Okay. She kind of rolls and doesn't take all of that damage.
She is restrained though, right?
She is restrained, but
So how does she roll?
she kind of just like squeezes away from the like emerald pinky grip.
Okay.
It's uncanny dodge.
Got you. Okay. And then I want to break line of sight on her, actually. So how far can I go? Because I don't have anything that I can use to heal you boys. Yeah, so I'm gonna break line of sight on her so that she can't cast any more spells like that hurt me so bad on me. I'm just gonna go tuck behind this wall, and I'm gonna say to this guy, "Fellow spirit, I don't think that we need to fight each other, do you? Given I did strike the first blow, but you don't seem to be the unreasonable sort, unlike your friend."
Not unreasonable, but not too forgiving.
That's going to be my turn.
Sure. Agilhas's turn next. He's going to come here. He's going to attack this statue. That hits. And they're back to bloodied. With that damage roll. Okay. Next up, Althea. It's your turn.
In a fit of anger and despair from seeing her two unlikely friends, fall, she's going to start to cast Chaos Bolt at 2nd level. I just put that up for 1 second. But as for her bonus action, she's going to use the Tempestuous Magic, and it is going to make her fly back 10 feet without provoking an attack of opportunity. I'm going to move back here. And then that's when she's going to cast Chaos Bolt, so that it is not at disadvantage.
Sure.
Since she's not right up on him. And that is going to be a +8 to hit. So I'm going to roll the d20 +8. So it's a 27 to hit.
27 hits.
And since I'm casting it at a second, so the first one is going to be the first 2 d8s. The first one will determine the type. So it's an 8, which means it's going to be thunder damage, fitting for the character.
Nice.
And
That should get a
it is
bonus
going-
then, right?
Wait, was it thunder damage? Did you say?
It was.
yeah,
Which one of them did you? Okay.
I
no,
was hitting this guy,
Right, okay.
And then it's also 2 more d6s, so a total of 18 thunder damage
Okay, so he takes that 18.
on this boy.
Yes, he takes that 18. He is not looking good. The thunder damage seems to resonate and hit this statue, and this statue is gone. Seemingly the boom crushing it and sending it to shreds.
And then I'm gonna run back up at him, so that hopefully I'm gonna say, "Hit me!"
Sure.
So hopefully he doesn't hit either of my friends who are on the ground.
Sure. And that's your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. You, Merahim and Althea, you watch as, sort of between you two, a illusion seems to flicker into being.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
And you see the wizard, Caladrius.
Oh god,
This fucking guy.
And he walks forward to right here. And he says, "Up, boys." And Marcus and Akka, you both pop up with 18 hit points.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
What?
Never gonna complain about Deus Ex Machina ever again.
Yeah.
And I had this fucking planned.
That was clear.
He reaches out and grabs Palgius by the chest, and something happens, you're not sure what, and then the illusion flickers and is gone. And hey, you all are both awake. You're both prone, but you're awake.
Nice.
And she is going to try to break out of your hand, Merahim.
Okie-dokie.
I did have that planned. I realized when both of you went down before it triggered that it was going to seem like I didn't have it planned, but I did have it planned.
I believe you, man.
She did not
No,
break
I mean,
out.
I believe you.
Nice.
And that is her turn. Okay, so now, Akka, it's your turn.
The hell? I'm gonna use half my movement to stand up.
Yeah, that did not feel like when Marcus heals you.
I'm just gonna try and finish this guy off, or at least do something else to him. I don't know if that's at advantage, actually.
19 hits.
Should I be rolling at advantage or no?
Not with advantage. Sorry.
Okay, so the second attack will be a 9.
Okay. Yeah, you hit with the first one.
Okay, I'll roll the damage on it. 10 bludgeoning and 6 lightning.
Yeah, he is looking fucked up.
And I'll use my bonus action to make an unarmed attack. That's also a 9, so it does not hit.
Yeah, 9 doesn't hit. So now...
And I'm gonna move here
Sure.
and end my turn.
Okay. So now, Marcus, it's your turn.
Whew. Yeah, alright. I'm gonna stand up with half my movement, and then I'm going to say, yeah, I think we need a little help here, actually. So, yeah, Jenny and Albert, you guys wanna come on over, give me a hand? And I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals. and I'm gonna ask for 2 level 1 challenge rating creatures.
Okay.
And you can choose them, or we can choose them together.
A brown bear is a challenge 1 creature, correct?
Correct.
Okay, you get 2 of them.
Okay, perfect. And its range is 60 feet. So I'm going to put 1 right here. And then I'm going to put the other...
Hold on, I got you.
Yeah, baby.
I'm assuming you wanted it somewhere around there, so I just put it close by, but you say where.
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay, and it also
goes... they both get... their initiative is grouped on the same turn.
Sure. Yeah, you want to roll that?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I have the brown bear in here. So.
This one that pops up next to you licks your face. Alright, so 1. Not bad.
Oh, 1.
Not bad.
Yeah. All right then, Jenny. We're gonna hang out later, but we're gonna kill this guy first. So.
Yeah, its tongue is like the size of your face.
Yeah, and so these aren't technically like actual creatures. They're fae that take the form of creatures or whatever that equivalent is. So maybe spirits in this world. And so I think that like these are people that I've met on like a mushroom trip or something like that, Ben. And like, and this is just how they're gonna come and help me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I'll tell you, there are fae. There are fairies, so that's kind of what they are.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I didn't know. So
No, I appreciate you double checking, but one of the characters in one of the other groups is from countries suspiciously similar to Ireland.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I wonder who that is. Yeah. So, anyways, that's my turn.
I guess you'll have to watch all the streams to find out.
Yep. Okay, that's your turn.
Yep.
He just sort of he seems like terrified a little bit of the bear and of the situation.
Suddenly, the sudden reversal
of his whole fate. And he is going to turn and he is going to attack the bear.
Bold move.
As a 21.
That definitely hits.
Minimum damage though, so he does 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And that's all that she takes, and then he is going to turn. And he is going to attack you, Althea.
Oh.
That's a natural 20.
Ooh.
Ooh, no.
Yeah. Yep, that hit.
Okay, you take 15 points of slashing damage. And 8, 11, 17 points of radiant damage. 33 points of damage total.
Oh shit, you're down in 1 hit, aren't you?
No.
Oh my god.
And okay, and that is his turn. Next up, Merahim. It's your go.
I don't know if I saw that over the giant bear.
Probably not. I mean, it's a normal sized bear. The bear is. It's not like a dire bear. It's like a
The
normal
brown bear.
don't
So
know
that's
how
a
tall.
big.
You'd also be able to see over Marcus.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
I'm very small now.
It's the first time in what feels like weeks that you've seen Marcus at his normal size.
Yeah, I think that seeing that, I walk over here, and I'm gonna toll the dead on this guy. I'm gonna say, you should not have done that, and cast Toll the Dead. So make a Wisdom saving throw, please.
He fails.
Okay, that's going to be 2d12 necrotic damage, which
Yeah, boy.
might not work well on him now that I think about it, but we'll see. So 13 necrotic damage.
You hear like dong, 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 and with the third dong, his stone hand shatters.
A third dong is always hard.
He falls back, dropping the sword from his hand.
We could have learned so much from each other. And I'm going to say, I have her held up pretty tight. Might want to finish this one off too.
And that is Merihim's turn. Agilhas. I guess, yeah, you do have movement.
4, and then 5, 6. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to move back towards where I can hit her.
Sure. Agilhas gets right there. That's his turn. Next up, it's Althea.
Next up's the bears, isn't it?
Bears have a
No,
initiative of 1.
Oh.
Just a point of clarification, when he hit Althea stared him in the eye and did not blink. She just took the hit and was like, ah.
Yeah, nice. I have a little bit of echo. I'm here.
Would I be able to move through the bear space?
He would allow
No.
you to, yes.
Oh. Yeah.
He's not stuck in a doorway.
15, 20, 25,
Gotcha.
30. And how tall is this wall?
6
Again?
feet.
It's 6 feet.
It's 6 feet? Okay.
I have a
If
little
I were
bit
to
of echo.
For me,
I don't know who it's on. I hear it in my voice. But you can go ahead and say what you were wanting to do. I'm sorry.
if I were to move, so my tempestuous magic can make me move 10 feet before or after I cast a spell. If I were to move here, I wouldn't have line of sight on her, would I?
She would be considered to have partial cover, but then with her being held by the stone hand, it would just cancel out. So if you wanted to make an attack, it would just be normal.
Alright. Yeah, I guess I'll do that. But this time I'm just going to cast, you know what, I'm gonna cast Chaos Bolt at 2nd level.
Nice.
Again, so that's 2d8. First one is going to determine the type. Oh man, there isn't a second thing for me to hit.
You can hit the
Dang
box
it.
and see what happens.
Hit the well, it has to be within, I think, 30 feet of me.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be within 30 feet. Dang.
You can maybe try and use it to break a piece of the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and break this piece of wall. But so it's gonna be 6 points of fire damage plus 2 more d6s of fire, so 6 more points of fire damage, so 12 fire damage to her, and then the piece of the wall is gonna be 2 more d8s, and it's gonna be cold damage, so it's 9 cold and so 19 cold on that bit of the wall, and 12 fire on her.
Okay. Yeah, she grunts in pain. Kind of writhes against her hand. Okay, and is that your turn?
Oh, yes. Also, I am very bloodied. Forgot to say that, but I am very, very bloodied.
Okay. She is going to just stretch her arm out in the middle of that hand, and 3 rays of fire are going to appear over her head and shoot out. One of them going to hit this bear. 2 of them going to hit this bear. And then one of them with disadvantage is going to try to hit this bear. The one with disadvantage does not hit. The first one against this bear is a 16. I think that hits a bear, right?
Yeah, AC set 11 is what it is.
Okay. Then that bear takes 11 fire damage.
Was she making attack rolls?
Yeah, they were attack rolls.
Would she have disadvantage on all of them, though, because she's restrained?
No, she wouldn't have disadvantage.
Okay.
We
What does
established that.
restrained do?
I was assuming, based on the ruling from our game Sunday, I was going off of that roll. It might be wrong, and if it is, hey, sue me. I don't know. I guess if I'm wrong, the bear is doing slightly better than it is right now.
I mean, it's fine. We'll just play it that way now. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'll look into that rule and try to make sure that I know for next time.
Yeah, no worries.
Next up in the order, we go back to the top. Aka, it's your turn.
It's the bear's turn.
Oh, it is the bear's turn.
Actually, she might not have taken any of that damage. I forgot to roll a d20.
Oh, did you? You know what? You did. You did.
It would have been a 17.
All right, yeah, that would have hit.
Okay.
So it's
sorry.
It's bear turn.
So I'll say, yeah, it's nice to see you too, Jenny. Why don't you go on over and go ahead and kill that dwarf for me? Yeah. And this bear, I want her to dash if she can. And I was thinking that she could climb over the wall because that's cool, but that's fine.
She climbs over it to get here.
Yeah, exactly. And then Albert is already there, and I think that seeing Jenny, he knows the command and is going to strike.
Can you make the roll?
Yep. So he has multi-attack because he's a bear. 8 and 6.
No way.
These guys suck.
Yeah, he has advantage.
No. You have advantage.
Yeah, he does.
The first one just misses.
So I'll just roll both of them again. Okay, so the claw doesn't hit, but I imagine the bite. 24 to hit?
No, the 24 misses.
The 24 does hit.
Okay, and that's 8. It's 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
Wait, but that's the piercing for your claw. Is your bite a different?
No, the claws are slashing. It's the way that I clicked on the bite. And, yeah.
Okay. She is bloodied, and your bear did not get hit because Nathaniel just said that she had disadvantage. So that was my mistake.
Okay.
Okay, and now it's that's bear turn. Now it's the bear's turn. Aka.
Would you like to finish the job?
I want this job to be over, yes. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll come here in case somebody else wants to get next to me. And, or actually, no, I will go there. And I'll try and beat them up.
Sure.
17
With
hit.
advantage.
Oh, yeah.
17 does hit.
I'll roll one more time for that one. That's a nat 20 for the first attack.
Sure.
The second attack is a nat 20.
Yeah.
Thanks for restraining them.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I'm loving this earth hand spell.
I guess Caladrius' spell was, I fix everything.
Oof.
So that is, what, 13, and then 9 plus 9, so that is 13 plus 18, so that is 31, plus 12, so that is 43. Hey, guess what? Hey, Aaron, have you checked the stream? Are you all aware that she had 43 HP?
No. That's so good.
As Aka comes over and just with his remembering extreme punching maneuvers from your day as a pit fighter, you just grung grung and wrap her across the jaw, and she is down for the count. She just hangs limply in this hand that's like one of those fun chairs that you can get at stores.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd miss a hand so much.
And that is the combat. You are now in this room with 2 bears and a big stone chest. This door over here opens, and you see one of the robed, masked men. Then he just turns and runs back.
Ah, shit. Would you mind pinning him? I asked the statue.
And he runs in there. Okay, you all are in here with only the box not being made of stone.
Yeah, Al, do you mind helping out that stone bloke over there with the those masked men? And Jenny got hit a little bit. I think I'm gonna help out Althea here. She's on the ground. Looks a little rough. Thanks, El. I'll see you soon. Come back. We're gonna have a drink. Althea, you'll be all right. And I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on you.
Oh yeah, I was about to say I'm running over just to be like, Althea, are you okay? I'm having like terrible flashbacks. I just watched her get cut down just like her daddy.
Oh, ouch.
And that's 11 points of healing for you.
Nice.
Thank you.
And then Jenny's come over and she's like licking some of your wounds too, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you. Before you healed her, she was like, hands on her knees, like, I was not. Okay, yeah. She's like kind of jumping in place now. Okay,
yeah. It's not so fun, is it?
Yeah, no. It was. Oh, thanks. She's gonna give the bear scritches on the head. Should we maybe go check what's in that box?
Yes, let's check the box, but I think it might behoove us. Is he dead? I say, pointing at the pinky, the dragon pinky on the hand that's still holding the mage. Points over at the stone guy. Is he dead?
Pelagius is dead.
Ah, such a shame. He seemed like a nice fellow. At least one of them is still alive, right? Akka doesn't kill, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, I guess yeah. She's awake. My bad.
Well, she's unconscious, but
She's
not
alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna
go ahead and kill her.
I'm gonna tie her hands behind her back. While the stone hand is still holding her, I'm gonna tie her hands behind. I can't. I have one hand. Can someone, Marcus? Would you mind tying her up? And I'm gonna gag her, so that she can't cast any magic.
Sure. You tie her up. She's tied up.
Cool. And then I'm gonna just do a check. Marcus, would you mind checking those pockets for me? Can we make an investigation check?
On her? Sure.
Yeah.
One investigation check. There can be one investigation check on her and one on the fancy fellow.
I'm not checking the fancy fellow.
Can I check both?
Althea was gonna peek in the box.
Yeah, you can check them both. You only have assistance from Marcus on the first one.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll assist you on the first one.
Althea, when you open the box, it is a very heavy lid. Oof. It's a very heavy lid, but you manage to lift it enough to see that there is light coming from inside. And when you open it up, you see that there is just extremely, extremely thin, glowing golden rope. But it's more like thread. And as you get a closer look, you see that it's not actually gold. It seems to be light.
Whoa.
Can I reach out and touch it?
Yeah. When you touch it...
You die!
Yeah, I was like, oh!
No, when you touch it, Althea, you gain 1 wisdom.
Ooh! That's fine.
So with your... with your natural 20 to search her, you find she has 7 daggers hidden around her person.
7 daggers?
Yeah.
Jesus.
They're all throwing daggers, perfectly weighted. And then she has her pairs of gloves. They're like these brown sort of satin gloves. And you notice that the fingers seem a little weird. And when you touch them, they seem similar to the texture of a whetstone. They are a magical item that gives you a +1 on any missile ranged weapons that are touched by them.
That's cool.
They require attunement. There we go. That's what you find on her. And then you can
I thought she was a wizard.
Oh, she was. She had some rogue stuff going on. You can make another investigation check on Pelagius.
Yes.
Althea,
Akka,
you feel like there is something extremely powerful in this thread.
Can I take it? Like, can I get it out of the box?
Yeah, you lift it out. What were you saying,
Is there
Mary?
anything under it?
There's nothing.
Arca, would you mind holding him up for me? He's kind of all over the place right now.
Wait, did you ask me that?
Yeah. Just to give me a hand with the investigation so I get advantage.
I'm gonna cast.
like,
Oh, wait, hold on. I have a
Corpses,
familiar. I always forget that I have a familiar. Okay. Oh, I got guidance?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast guidance on you, and I'll just be like, yeah, you'll be fine. Just go ahead and have Akka prop him up like that, and make sure to check that pocket there.
Aka just uses his foot because he doesn't like the idea of touching corpses.
And the crow, my crow flies in. My what did I call my crow? Like Larry or something. Flies in and starts pecking through his pockets. So,
Sure.
investigation. 26 investigation.
You find 1 healing potion, regular healing potion.
Nice.
You find 400 gold.
Ooh.
And you find a pair. You find 1 note and 1, basically what looks like a business card. If you all will check your journals, Ian, would you mind reading the lover's note?
The lover's note. My journals? Well, I'm so sorry.
It
Where
pops
is it?
up on our screens if you click share?
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
Oh, there
it
it
popped
is.
up on my screen. Both of them did.
Palgius, my darling, I await you in 3 days' time at the Crimson Eagle Prince. Your organization and mine agree that it is a splendid recruitment ground. And while I look more for your purposes, I also find many suitable subjects for our own. When you and that wretched sister of yours have finished with the business at the temple, and this little side business you mentioned, come to me, my sweet stallion. I long to have you twice more before the masquerade, at least. I enclose as well the entry price for such a night. Merihim, when he read the I long to have you twice more, kind of like mumbles that so Althea doesn't hear. Love to have you enter as my guest, darling, but council members must maintain appearances. Use this to bring your sister or one of your little friends if you choose. Yours, Adelaide Valdius.
And inside there is a black coin that seems similar to a coin of the Empire, but it has a featureless man wearing a wreath, laurel wreath, and there is an S that goes sort of through the middle and across the whole coin, and then there is a B on one side of the S and an N on the other.
Interesting.
Hey, Akka, have you ever been to a masquerade ball before? You know,
No,
with the mask?
I haven't. I'm more curious about when is this masquerade? Does anybody know?
It
The
doesn't-
masquerade.
I think in 3 days' time.
Well, that's not exactly what it said. The card that you find seems to be a card for a business of sorts.
Gardo's card. Crimson Eagle Prince Flight Ring.
Fight
What?
ring.
Fight Ring. 122 and an 8th Dead Man's Ward. Remember the legs of the centipede. It seems to be a code.
And then
If I'm
at
not
the
mistaken.
bottom
That's,
it says, ask for Gardo.
Oh, okay. Ask for Gardo.
That's the kind of like way that you get into the underground fighting stuff. It's similar than when I used to fight.
And
Maybe if we
People would
put
get
our-
an invitation and it would give them the address and the code word to get in.
maybe together if we put our heads together with your know-how and my we can figure this out
You know,
because it's in code, right?
you know that Dead Man's Ward is like the colloquial name of a street that is in the
Okay.
South District.
Yeah, it's literally an address.
Ah, yes, clever. I tapped my
You
hand.
figured it out.
You certainly did, Akka. Never
Oh,
mind.
I didn't. You did. You know, that big brain.
Yep, so big. Yeah,
So it looks like the keyword is remember the legs of the centipede. So if anybody wants to go see a fight ring, you can just go and use that code word, and they'll probably let you in.
That sounds
Yeah,
like
nah,
a
Just look like you have money.
I think we'd rather just go to the masquerade, right?
Well, it says that's where
the masquerade
that's
is.
what the
isn't it?
note said, that they're meeting
So-
at this Crimson Eagle.
She said, "I await you in 3 days' time at the Crimson Eagle, Prince." That's all she said about a location. She didn't mention the masquerade at this place.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering if any of us knew about a masquerade and when it would be.
No, you all have not heard of any masquerade in the coming days.
Got you.
I mean, all right.
And
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and let me roll something real quick on this guy that we got the note off of. I'm going to roll an insight onto him. So it's a 9. Yeah, I bet you it must be like an hour after they meet at this place if he's gonna have her twice.
Probably.
Or him twice, whichever it is.
I cover my mouth so Althea can't look. Probably at least 2. This guy seems like the type to take his time.
Well, I mean, despite him not having a hand right now, he still seemed energetic enough.
All right, and past your all's discussion about this, you see that Althea is holding golden thread. It looks like there are about 6 feet of it.
Althea says, you know, so there was it seemed like a love note, but he was also flirting with me. What a piece of garbage. Like, if you're going to be faithful, you know?
Truly the unscrupulous sort.
Yeah. Also, he seems to be dressed, you know, kind of like Fontaine, and if he's anything like Fontaine, they're going to need way less than, an hour.
Althea,
Yes?
what is that?
Oh, you know, I don't know. It was what was in the box. You know, while you guys were checking their bodies, I was like, oh, I guess I'll look in this box. But when I touched it, I got I felt a little jolt in my brain. I don't feel like I'm, you know,
Like
that
the
much
lightning?
smarter. No, not really like that. But I don't, you know, feel, you know, smarter. But I feel like, you know, I'm more streetwise.
I'm gonna reach out and can I make an Arcana check first? Do I recognize what this might be?
You don't.
Okay, I'm gonna reach out and touch it.
Yeah. Althea, you lose 1 wisdom. Marahim, you
No!
gain 1 wisdom.
I gain a wisdom.
Yeah, and then once you take your hand away, good news, Althea, you get 1 back. Marahim, you lose it.
Oh,
Interesting.
well, it's not really benefiting me that much at the moment. I mean, it's not doing enough to, you know, boost me in any way.
I will say both of you can recognize that there are probably many, many uses for this. What it is, there are secrets that you can't tell just from looking at it and holding it.
Oh, I know what it does.
I want to try and throw it at somebody, throw one end of it at someone.
No, give it to me. I know what it does.
I'll hand it over to Alka.
And I'm gonna wrap it around my waist and tie it off, and I'm like, it's a pretty cool belt.
Akka, you gain 1 wisdom as you do it. I think this might not be cool.
Althea's just gonna hold her hand back out. Alka.
You have enough insight to recognize that this might not be in fashion.
Well, I don't know. I've never been in fashion. I just think other things are cool. What? All right, here.
Althea, was that the only thing you
untie
found?
it and give it back to you. I think it was pretty neat. I mean, having glowing light as a belt.
I mean, you did
into the box
look
and
pretty
see
cool.
if there's anything else in there.
There's nothing else.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be like, hey Jenny, you wanna prop open the big heavy lid of this box for us so that we can take a look inside?
There is nothing else in the box once Jenny shoves the lid. Like, she just shoves it and the lid falls to the ground and breaks.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Jenny.
Is there a plaque
I like
for
Jenny's style.
this statue?
Nope.
Interesting.
I want to try and like throw one end of the rope at somebody, see if it does anything.
Yeah. You hit Marcus in the face, and he gets wiser for a second. Then it's gone, and it's back to you.
If we get back to the temple, I can take my time in studying it and seeing if it has any other properties we're not aware of. But I think it might be valuable and might behoove us to take her back for questioning.
We, just like before, right? We'll ask her questions at the bar. Because
that didn't end very
could
well.
really use a drink right now.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to make a pit stop on the way back.
Can I please request, at the very least, that we bring her back to the Lion's Hope, and then go get a drink?
Was there beer in like the mess hall,
There's
or like
always beer.
ale?
Always beer, always ale, always wine.
Isn't that why you guys joined in the first place? Because there was always drinks and food in the mess hall?
Not exactly, but it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt things.
I mean, honestly, we could just question her in the mess hall, have some drinks while we're doing it, be surrounded by our people. In case stuff gets out of hand, they can help us out. Not that we need the help, because I mean we're all pretty capable of handling ourselves. I think.
Then with my nat 20 on my investigation on her, I found every sharp object that she had on her, right?
You did.
Okay, cool. Because
You were
I
very
just realized she's a rogue. She might be able to get out of this.
And
did I find any lockpicks?
Nope. Doesn't seem
Okay.
like she's that kind of rogue.
Okay, cool.
And now, as you all, a bit of denouement, you go over.
The sword.
You pick her up. Okay, you get his sword. It's a +1 sword. +1 long sword.
Oh,
And
interesting. So it wasn't the radiant damage wasn't from the sword; it was from him.
Yep. And you collect her, and you make your way out, and you find a very injured bear in the next room and 2 broken griffin statues. You do not find any masked bodies. You also do not find your archer friend.
Oh shit!
And when you go outside and pass through, you do not find those bodies, but you do see your archer friend back on his pedestal, in the pose that he was in when you first entered the Garden of Statues. And you start
What
to
were
make
the
your
griffins made out of?
marble, just like everything else in
Just like everything else,
the
okay.
room over here, like the night room. I can't pulse because I had to reveal that.
Yeah.
Just like everything in this room.
The statues outside, are those just concrete?
They're more like limestone, granite.
I'm gonna take a few pieces of that because I'm gonna test something out later.
Okay. But you all begin to make your way back to the Temple of Tytir, and that is where we are going to leave tonight's session. Good news, everyone. You're level 8.
Yay!
Yeah, that was a hard session. So
3 levels up.
So
Warlock!
let's go ahead and do our HP on stream if anybody's rolling. Is anybody rolling, or are we taking averages?
I am declaring that I'm taking average.
Okay.
I am taking averages. I don't mess with rolling because I always will roll bad on a HP roll.
I've never multi-class before. With your first level of your multi-class, do you get the first level HP from that one?
Hey, 3 other people who DM. What's the thought on that?
Well,
sorry,
what's the question again?
Yeah. So I'm about to multi-class into Warlock. And
Okay.
when I take the first level of that, do I take the HP at first level for Warlock?
No, I think it's still roll. I think you still roll. You just roll the Warlock's
The new one?
HP dice.
Okay.
Whichever one you're putting
Yeah.
the level into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just whatever the dice number is. I'm looking at it right now.
Or you take the average of it.
Yeah, so you got D8s instead of D6s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like
man.
if you want the maximum number of hit points for a multi-class, you multi-class you start as the class with the higher hit points.
So that first one gave me 11 because it's a D8 plus 4.
All right, well, I mean, Marcus is doing well for himself.
Seriously.
Yeah, I figured I am very risk averse, but Marcus is not. So I think it's more in character for him to roll.
Yeah.
And it turned out pretty well. So
Let's.
Yeah, that's a 2. So you got 9
One.
already, and then you're fine.
Hey!
Nice.
As a divination wizard, divination wizards are good, but I feel like they don't get as much love as the other wizard classes.
I think they have some features that kind of actually makes them one of the most attractive wizards.
Yeah,
I mean, I
they're
love the
maybe
portent-
not the biggest, like, in combat, I have a ton of things I can do now kind of ones, but out of combat, they're just like, I am the DM now.
Okay, and I am going to leave the Lover's Note and Gardo's card up.
Nice, thank you.
I am not going to delete those. I am going to go ahead and make an executive decision, tell all of our viewers and you all, the masquerade is not at the fight pit.
Okay.
yeah, I didn't think it was.
Okay, and that is where we're going to leave tonight's session. So be sure to stop by Wednesday to watch the Thorns play with their new and interesting stuff going on. And
Interesting.
Friday, be sure to stop by for the Dungeon Masters game.
Oh, you're doing that every week.
No, just this Friday.
Oh,
Not
it was,
every week.
I thought that I missed it last Friday. Oh, perfect. So I should be able to stop in for a little bit.
Wait, before we get off, who's taking
what
the
she said.
potion of? Who's taking the healing potion? Just
Um,
so we know who has it. I wrote it down. That
I
we
have
got
it
one.
all in my notes. I wrote down. Oh, I need to write down the +1 longsword, but
Okay, so we'll do that off. So bye, everybody. This has been